Should be mic check 8. Mic check 8. Ref mic check, please. Ref mic check.
And for anybody that is joining us on our YouTube stream, we thank you for joining into the CIF network and also on 101.5 The Drive on your radio dial. Colton the Bias with you. For all of our friends that are listening on our radio broadcast, you just heard a interview that we had with Coach Walker on the Gillette Mustangs pregame show. You will be able to listen to the Mustangs coaches show every Monday on 101.5 The Drive with Coach Walker talking about the Mustangs' loss last week to the Omaha Beef. It was by a final of 52-29 as the Mustangs suffered their first loss of the season. With the Mustangs offensively, their high-powered offense was shut down by Omaha's defense, and it also didn't help that the Mustangs had 5 drives that started inside the 10-yard line for the Mustangs, and the Mustangs have made some changes offensively. They have brought in a kicker, Austin Neufeld. He will be wearing number 15. Austin was actually in camp with the Mustangs, but he left to go to the Sioux Falls store of the IFL. He was actually in Omaha, but he did not dress. He was just in the audience like everybody else was in Omaha, and he was released by Sioux Falls on April 5th. And then he sent Coach a text asking him if he could possibly come back, and the Mustangs are going to be playing the field goal game. Funny enough, the Mustangs are one of the only CIF teams left that have not tried an extra point so far this year. So let's see if the Mustangs may potentially be doing that today. And then moving on to the Topeka Tropics. The Tropics, in their second year as a CIF school, still looking for their first CIF win ever. They went 0-10 last year. The Tropics do have a win this year. That was on March 13th against a semi-pro team, the Arlington Longhorns. It was by a 61-24 final, but that was a non-league game. It did not count towards CIF play. That's actually where the Mustangs will be next week. They will have their non-league game next week here at Spirit Hall against the Fargo Invaders. And for everybody on our YouTube stream on the CIF network that is watching for the first time, you would know that this is not the same area as it was when the Mustangs played Sioux City and Billings a few weeks ago to kick off the home stretch of the season. We are at Spirit Hall, the home of the Gillette Wow. They are an NA3 HL team that play here in Gillette. This will be the new home for the Mustangs for the remainder of the 2023 season, at home with Mustangs owner Stephen Titus making the decision
Ladies and gentlemen,
to move over.
please make welcome to the field your Gillette Mustangs!
As the Mustangs are being introduced on the field right now, Cedric Walker is out there with some youngsters introducing the team with Garrett Hamilton coming out first. And here come the Gillette Mustangs looking to get back on track, still sitting pretty with a 4-1 CIF record as the Mustangs are looking to go to 5-1 as hopefully when the night ends, and Topeka still looking for their first win ever in CIF play, and they are looking to stay in the playoff race. We'll have to make sure to get you caught up with the CIF standings when we can, but the Topeka Tropics are the last team out of the playoffs right now. They are sitting with an 0-5 record, tied with Rapid City. Both of those teams are still looking for their first CIF win of the season. Omaha, the only CIF team at the moment that is undefeated. They are 4-0. It seems like we may be getting ready for the national anthem in just a little bit. As mentioned, Omaha is in first place in CIF play. They are 4-0, only have played 4 CIF games so far up to this point. Omaha and Southwest Kansas have only played 4 CIF games heading into this weekend. They both are playing tonight, and there is a 3-way tie for second place with the Mustangs, Sioux City, and Salina. They all have 4-1 records. Billings is standing alone in 5th place with a 2-3 record, and Southwest Kansas has the final spot in the playoff standings. They are in the 6th spot with a 1-3 CIF record. As mentioned, Topeka and Rapid City, they are trying to get back into the playoff race. Topeka and Rapid City are coming into tonight with 0-5 records. So the season is winding down, my friends, with already people thinking playoffs on the line, especially in the Mustangs case, looking to stay alive for at least to try to get a home playoff game. The Mustangs had to go to Billings last year in their first ever appearance in the CIF playoff. Billings ended up winning that game, and they still have a chance for the number 1 seed, but the loss did not help against Omaha. Omaha is playing Salina tonight. Southwest Kansas is playing Rapid City. And we got the Mustangs and the Tropics here tonight. Omaha and Salina and Rapid City and Southwest Kansas, they are already playing because they are an hour ahead of us, with
ladies and gentlemen, at
storm
this time,
game being
please
in
rise
Southwest Kansas, and it seems we
and
are
remove
going to be stepping
cover
aside for the national
as
anthem.
a welcome to the mic, Pastor Mike from New Life Wesleyan for tonight's invocation.
God, we thank you for the opportunity to get together today. We pray that you would give courage and wisdom and remove any fear that these guys have today. Help them to honor you in the way that they play. Help us have a lot of fun and bring glory to you today. And we love you in Jesus' name, amen.
And now, making her way to center field for tonight's national anthem, please welcome Asha Lawal.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
How about a big round of applause for Asha Lawal?
And indeed, what a beautiful performance for the national anthem as we are ready
At
to
this
go
time,
for some
we'll take
football.
our attention to center field for tonight's coin toss.
And as mentioned, as we were talking about, Rapid City and Southwest Kansas, they are playing tonight. Southwest Kansas is currently leading
The coin
Rapid
toss
City
is brought
20
to you
to
by
nothing.
Black Hills Orthopedic and Spine Center. Tonight,
And the Omaha Beef are
Game
also playing
sponsor,
Salina. That is
Pizza
a
Hut.
score of 14-6
will be
at
represented
the moment.
by Russ from Pizza Hut to make.
And the Mustangs and the
tonight's
Tropics
coin
are the
toss.
only other games that are going to be on the field tonight. And expect Topeka to pass the ball a lot, and I mean a ton. Topeka coming into tonight leading the CIF in pass attempts. They have 172, completing 98 of them. Tony Peters is the captain for Gillette for this game, as we are going to send it down to the field for the coin toss.
Welcome to tonight's contest between the visiting Topeka Tropics and the home team, Gillette Mustangs. Gentlemen, the Mustangs will be the head. The Diamonds will be the tail. I will ask Russ from game sponsor Pizza Hut to make the toss. Tropics, what would your call like to be? Tails will be the call. Toss is ahead. Gillette, you've won the toss. Defer. Taking the ball just as we are, gentlemen. Here we go. Have a great game.
All right, so it will be Topeka getting the ball to start off the contest. Gillette will go on defense with that high-powered defense, leading the CIF in interceptions, 14 to be exact. And Gillette is also looking to continue to keep their interception streak alive. The Mustangs have at least one interception in their first 5 games, looking to make it 6 here tonight. Deontay Jones getting the interception that continued the streak last week against Omaha. That was right before the first half came to a close, but unfortunately for the Mustangs, just the offense stalled heading into the second half. They only had 1 touchdown in the second half, and there was also a quarterback change for the Mustangs in the middle of the second half, with Mike Pena taking in Josh Hollins, came in relief for the Mustangs, as Topeka will start off right to left to begin this game from our vantage point here at the press box, and the Mustangs will kick off left to right. Austin Newfield, number 15, the new kicker for Gillette, will be kicking the ball away. And they are actually going to switch sides. It was the Mustangs who were going to kick off left to right, but they are going to switch. The Mustangs will kick off right to left, and Topeka will receive left to right. And Topeka coming off a loss last week to Southwest Kansas, 36-24. Both teams were winless heading into the game, and then Southwest Kansas ended up getting their first win of the CIF season. And as a result, the Southwest Kansas Storm have the final playoff spot at the moment. The Tropics looking to catch up with fighting for a playoff spot, and the Mustangs are looking to get back into the fight for the number 1 seed. Austin Newfield on the field. He will be teeing this one up and kicking it away for the first time as a member of the Gillette Mustangs. Austin Newfield, the new kicker for Gillette. He was just signed to the team a few days ago. He was actually signed last week. He was at the Omaha game. He did not dress, however. He was released by the Sioux Falls Storm on April 5th out of the IFL. He was actually in camp with the Mustangs as well, and then he got the call to play in the IFL. So he left the Mustangs right before the season started a month ago. Got released by Sioux Falls, and he is back as a member of the Mustangs, with the Mustangs looking to respond after their loss in Omaha 1 week ago. With the home crowd behind him, Austin Newfield will tee this one away, and we are underway from Spirit Hall. It's a hopper that goes into the end zone. It will be picked up by Greg Thomas, who has it, and he has some room to the 10 as he is tackled from behind. Arthur Anderson and Tony Peters come out to make the tackle for Gillette. A nice run back by Greg Thomas, number 9. Tropics will start off this ball game at their own 15 at the right hash. The officials are going to move it back just a hair. They will move it back 2 yards to the Tropics 13-yard line. See what this high-powered passing offense can do for Topeka. And it's going to be Donovan Portery getting the start for Topeka. Different from last week, it was Dylan Van Boxel who got the start in the Tropics loss against Southwest Kansas. As Portery takes a snap, and no guess, he is looking to throw, but he's going to take off with it instead as he goes up to the 20 on the far wall right in front of the Mustangs bench, short of the first down, around a 7-yard gain for Donovan Portery. And Portery, a indoor football veteran, originally from Port Arthur, Texas. He is a Mountain Wester. He played at New Mexico. He has bounced around to a handful of arena football teams throughout the years, and then getting the call to come to Topeka after Lorenz Steffen was released from the team. They mark it as a 2nd and 4, a gain of 6. Ball is at the Tropics 19-yard line and moves to the left hash, and Portery will line up in the shotgun. 2 down motion receivers are in down motion. And Portery takes a snap, he looks to throw, and he is going to fire it up. It is up in the air, it's intercepted. Isaiah McFarland has it, looking for some room inside the 5, and he is dragged down by Ryan Amon. And the interception streak continues on the first offensive possession for Topeka. The Mustangs have interception number 15 on the year. And the Mustangs will have terrific field position as well. The offense setting up at the Tropics 2. Van Boxel had it. Looking at the replay now on the big screen, as the intended receiver was Ryan Martinez. It was up in the air, and Isaiah McFarland picked it off. And it will be Mike Pena getting the start today for Gillette. He is all alone in the shotgun. 2 down motion receivers both ways. They are Jefferson and Higgins, and Pena will hand it off to Jefferson. Jefferson looking to inch up the right side to the corner of the end zone. And he's in for a Mustangs touchdown. Jalen Jefferson, 9th touchdown on the year. That's his 4th rushing. My apologies, that's his 5th rushing, as a matter of fact. He had 4 rushing touchdowns heading into the game, and he gets rushing touchdown number 5 right here off of the interception that was set up by Isaiah McFarland. It took one play, and the Mustangs take it the distance. And here was the first extra point of the season for the Mustangs. And, oh, it's a fake. It's going to go to Pena, and he will have the 2 points. So it turns out it is not the first extra point for the Mustangs. Instead, they fake it with Mike Pena going up the right side. He was the holder. And the Mustangs strike first. They lead it 8-0. And once again, the Mustangs pulling the fake. They did it on their first touchdown of the 2023 season in Dodge City against the Storm. Mike Pena was the holder. He took it up the right side, and he punched it in. And the Mustangs have an 8-0 lead early with 12:37 remaining in the first, with a interception that was set up by Isaiah McFarland on the first offensive possession of the game that went to Topeka. Just took one play for the Mustangs. Isaiah McFarland almost had a pick 6, but he was just 2 yards shy of the end zone, but no problem as Jalen Jefferson finishes the drive off for the Mustangs. That only took one play, and the Mustangs have an 8-0 lead with 12:37 remaining in the first quarter. Newfield will await to kick this off again to the Tropics. Greg Thomas is back to receive for Topeka. And Newfield will kick it away as it bounces at the 15. It bounces into the hands of Thomas at the goal line, getting out to the 10, across the 15. A flag is down at the 20, across midfield, looking to get off Deontay Jones. Isaiah McFarland can't bring him down. He's still on his feet as he is tackled at the Mustangs 24. 25-yard run back for Greg Thomas. But there is a flag that was thrown at the Tropics 10. The officials are talking it over, so we will have to see what the call is.
Gonna return, block in the back. Return team. Be half the distance to the goal from the 10-yard line. First down.
And the big run to start off the offensive possession for the Tropics will go back. A block in the back. And here are the officials for tonight's ball game. The referee is David Trimble. The umpire is Kurt Carpenter. The line judge is Matt Pollock. The head judge is Alan Bryan. And the back judge is Chris Leathers. Tropics will move back to the 5 to start off this offensive possession, looking to gain positive yards after the interception by Donovan Portery. And the Tropics will stick with Donovan Portery. He is still in the game at the goal line. Tropics need to go 45 yards to get it into the end zone. They are down 8-0. Down motion receivers go each way. Portery takes a snap, he fires, and the pass is incomplete to the 15. Nobody was in the area, it seems. Ryan Amon was the intended receiver around the first down marker for the Tropics. However, Amon was not close to the football. Pass is incomplete, bringing up a 2nd and 10. Mustangs are up 8-0 with 11:40 remaining in the first. As Portery sends it down, motion receivers in motion, and he wants to throw at Portery in trouble, but he gets it off, and it's going to be caught by Amon. Amon shaking his way past the 10, and he gets down near the first down marker. Ryan Amon with his 12th catch on the year. He has 119 yards and 2 touchdowns on the year as well. Receiving, he also has a rushing touchdown. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal for the Mustangs, a 3rd and 2 from the Tropics 14.
Come on, Mustang fans, make some noise!
Portery lines up in the shotgun by himself. The down motion receivers go, and it will be a handoff to Amon, and Amon has the first down. Ryan Amon coming in from down motion to the far side. He gets past the 15, and he has enough to move the sticks for the first down of the night for Topeka. As the ball stays at the right hash, it moves up to the Tropics 17.
Let's hear some more cowbell, Gillette. Come on, make some noise!
Portery will line up in the shotgun with the officials coming in. Oh, so the ball boys cannot get out of the way. They were right in the line of fire, but they moved back far enough. Way behind the line of scrimmage. Portery takes a snap. He looks to throw from the 10. He fires over the middle. He has a wide open man. It's Martinez, and Martinez has it at the Mustangs 20, tackled by Nolan Burnett right in the middle of the hashes. Tropics with some positive plays looking to avenge their interception that they had on their last offensive drive to open up the ball game, as we are under 10 minutes left in the first. The Mustangs hold an 8-0 lead on the Topeka Tropics. Portery awaits to line up in the shotgun. The ball boys had to get out of the way again. Portery, 2 down motion receivers, and Portery takes a snap. He looks to throw. Mustangs bring a blitz, firing over the middle. It's going to be caught again by Amon. Amon near the 10, and he is tackled right in the middle of the field near the first down marker. Deontay Jones comes up to make the tackle for Gillette. Tropics moving it inside the 10. They have it at the Mustangs 9. The Tropics having a nice offensive drive off of the interception that they had to start the game. Donovan Portery coming into this game, he was 7 of 10 for 71 yards. He was signed to the team on April 6. Dylan Van Boxer has been with the team since the offseason. Portery lines him in the shotgun, 2 down motion receivers both ways. He fakes it. Portery looks to throw, looking to set up a screen. It's going to be caught by Amon, but Amon is tackled behind the line of scrimmage to the near wall. Nolan Burnett coming up to make the tackle. The ball stays in between the 15 and the 10 in Mustangs territory. The officials will mark it to the 10. It's going to bring up a 2nd down, 2nd and goal on the way for Topeka. Move the ball back just a hair. It is near the 10 at the right hash, with the Mustangs looking to hold their 8-0 lead. It's Portery, he will line up in the shotgun. 2 down motion receivers, 1 each way. And Portery will look to throw. And he'll fire it over the middle. It's going to be caught by Julian Walker, and Walker is tackled around the 8-yard line. Devontae Wright coming up to make the tackle for Gillette is going to bring up a 3rd and goal for Topeka. And Topeka not bringing their kicker, Billy Perry. Greg Thomas, he was taking kicks in pregame. So let's see what would happen if it would have to come to it. Ball is at the 5, at the right hash. Portery lines up in the shotgun. He's by himself, 2 down motion receivers each way. Portery takes a snap, he looks to throw, he fires it near the corner of the end zone. Oh, it's caught. It is caught. Touchdown, Topeka. Julian Walker. What a response for Topeka off of the interception. Is Julian Walker with it at the far side, at the near side, of the end zone. He was left open. See what Topeka will decide to do. Seems they will look to go to 3. The ball is at the 5 at the left hash. Topeka looking to take the lead. 8-0 at the moment. Julian Walker with his 2nd touchdown on the year. Portery, he will line up under center. Javante Matthew, the running back, goes in down motion to the far side. Now they go to the near side. Fakes the toss. Portery, he has some room to the left side. He fires it to the back of the end zone, and it is caught. Max Novak gives Topeka the lead. 9-8 is the score with 6:39 remaining in the first. Topeka with a 45-yard drive off of the response, giving up an interception in their first offensive drive of the game. That was their 2nd offensive drive just there, and they get it into the end zone. And Topeka has the 1-point lead, 9-8 with 6:39 remaining in the first. Topeka hungry, to say the least, for their first win of the season in CIF play. Topeka still looking for their first ever CIF win in their history. Topeka, their inaugural year was 1 year ago in 2022. They did go 0-10, however, in that inaugural year. The Mustangs
timeout.
Did beat them in
Media timeout. Media timeout.
Matchup last year. The Mustangs winning that game 38-37 off of a buzzer beater touchdown by Mustangs quarterback Taz Wilson, who's with Sioux City now, as he got it into the end zone.
We're going to have both contestants make their way to the goal line down at that end. All right.
It seems we have our first media timeout of the game.
As we get set up quick here for tonight's beer run, here's what they're going to do. Each contestant is going to grab a bat here and line up in front of one of the orange buckets. Then we want to make sure that we have our safety beer goggles on tonight. So they'll put their beer goggles on. They're going to spin around the bat 6 times. The first contestant to come back and kick the football is going to win the $20 beer certificate from the Rail Yard Beer Garden. Mustang fans, yes. They're going to spin their head on the bat 6 times, run down around their barrel, come back, kick the football. The first one to kick the football is going to win the $20 beer certificate. Gillette, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, go. Whoa. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we have a professional. Hey! How about it for tonight's beer run winner? How about it, Gillette? Who's ready for some more Mustang football?
And for anybody that is listening to our radio stream on 101.5 The Drive, we welcome you back to Spirit Hall with the Topeka Tropics taking on the Gillette Mustangs. Topeka with a interception to start off the game. Mustangs were able to capitalize with a touchdown to go up 8-0, but Topeka with a 45-yard drive, and Topeka has the lead right now, 9-8, with 6:39 remaining in the first. With the ball being kicked, the first kickoff for the Mustangs. It is bobbled by Jalen Jefferson, but he picks it back up, and he's looking from some room to the near side. He gets up to the 20, and he is tackled at the knees by Deontay Woodson. Mustangs will be working right to left on this offensive drive. They only have one offensive play. Isaiah McFarland set the Mustangs up at the Tropics 2-yard line. They were able to give the Mustangs the lead. Mustangs will start off in their own territory to start this drive. It is at the left hash at the Mustangs 21. Mike Pena will come back onto the field, still looking for his first throw of the game with a few shakeups on the offensive line as Reese Fan checks in as the tight end. He's the left guard as Pena will line up in the shotgun at the 15. All the down motion receivers are moving, and Pena takes a snap. He looks to throw for the first time. He fires it. It's going to be caught by Carrance Higgins. Has it at midfield with the Tropics getting it into their territory. However, Higgins was left open. Tackle was made by Marcus Gray, who's number 1 in tackles in the CIF coming into this game. 37 tackles total on the year for number 4, Marcus Gray, for the Tropics. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Jefferson is to his left. A down motion receiver each way, a down motion receiver at the line of scrimmage as well. And Higgins will get the call up the left side from down motion, and he looks to get into the second wave. He has enough for the first down, it seems, as the ball goes to the near side with a handful of tacklers coming up to make the play for Topeka. Dwayne Autry, number 5, coming off of the floor for Topeka. The Mustangs looking to respond with under 5 remaining in the first. Topeka holding a 9-8 lead. Mustangs looking for that lead back as the ball moves to the left hash. It's at the Tropics 17. Pena lines up in the shotgun, one down motion receiver each way. And Pena takes the snap. He looks to throw. He fires it to a wide open man. A high top catch for Michael Cornelius Jr. as he gets it into the middle of the field. He's down at the 5 with a high catch. Michael Cornelius Jr. flying in the air to make the catch as the ball moves to the Tropics 6. Michael Cornelius Jr., all 6'4" of them, going up to make the catch. Mustangs back in business. They have the ball at the Tropics 6. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Jefferson is offset to his left, one down motion receiver each way, and it will be a handoff from down motion to Arthur Anderson, finding his way towards the goal line to the near side of the wall. And he's in. Touchdown, Gillette. Gillette has the lead back. They lead at 14-9. Let's see what offensive coordinator Reggie Gray will decide to do, with Arthur Anderson getting his 4th touchdown on the year. That's his 2nd rushing. And they will line up to kick the first extra point of the season. Austin Neufeld will line up to try to kick the extra point. It would give the Mustangs a 15-9 lead. Pena's the holder. The kick is on the way from Neufeld, and the first kick of the 2023 season for the Mustangs is good. They lead at 15-9. Arthur Anderson with the touchdown, and what a nice drive by Gillette back the other way, with Topeka holding a 9-8 lead, not for long. The Mustangs offense going back to work, with the offense trying to continue the magic that they had for the first few games of the season, and then it stalled against Omaha. Mustangs looking to stay alive in the race for first place in the CIF standings, and Topeka coming into this game with an 0-5 record, looking for their first CIF win of the season and their first CIF win in franchise history. Tropics will receive the ball left to right. Mustangs will kick right to left with 3:08 remaining in the first quarter. Greg Thomas is back for Topeka. Greg Thomas, one of the DBs for Topeka, also with kickoff return duties as well. Coming into this game, Thomas had 6 kickoff returns. He will add his 8th right here with Neufeld awaiting to kick this one away with 3:08 remaining in the first. Mustangs get the lead back as it goes near the end zone. It pops into the end zone for Thomas, who has to pick it back up. He gets out of the end zone. He's looking for some room, and he is stuffed at the Tropics 7. Thomas almost had
Media
the Rouge
timeout.
point to Gillette. It happened to the Mustangs last week.
This will be a
Mustangs
2-minute
couldn't get it out of
timeout.
the end zone, and as a result, 1 point was rewarded to Omaha. But the Mustangs were still able to keep the ball.
Pizza Hut. How about a big round of applause for your game sponsor, Pizza Hut? In lieu of tonight's game sponsor, who wants a t-shirt? Come on.
It just seems like we have another media timeout with both teams in their
We
huddles
got one
right
more.
now.
Go.
.258 remaining in the first. The Mustangs get the lead back. The Tropics will go back to work offensively. They are down 15-9 right now. In the new
All right,
venue,
thanks once
as you can
again
see
to Pizza
here
Hut,
at Spirit
the
Hall.
sponsor of tonight's game.
This will be the new home for the Mustangs for the remainder of the 2023 season. Also home of the Gillette Wild. They are members of the NA3HL, the North American 3 Hockey League. They ended their season last month. And now with it being open to the summer, the Mustangs will fill the void. Portery will come back into the game, and he'll take the snap. He looks to throw. He pumps. He has all kinds of time at the goal line. He dumps it off to Matthew, and Garrett Pembleton comes up to make the tackle from behind. Portery had all kinds of time to get rid of the ball, and he settled for the check down to Javante Cannonball Matthew. Does move it up. Will still be a second down play coming up with a Tropic member who falls down as he is looking to get in a substitution. That is Gene Tapia for the O-line. Orlando Pera Alvarez will come out for the Tropics. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong number actually. It was 58-60. It is actually a Jacob Vasquez who will come out. Portery will line up in the shotgun. Matthew is to his right. Portery takes a snap. He looks to throw. He has all kinds of time. He fires it long down the field, and Deontay Jones has it! A one-handed interception! Whistle did not blow. Deontay Jones still on his feet with some blockers inside the 15. A flag is down as he gets into the Tropics 10, and Orlando Pera Alvarez finally brings him down. And Deontay Jones, interception number 6 on the year. He is back on top. He is the CIF leader in picks again. A one-handed interception, too, for Deontay Jones. As Portery has his second interception of the game, and he also has his first 2 interceptions of the season.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. After the interception, blindside block, number 19 of the defense. Penalty being 4 distance to the goal. First down.
Isaiah McFarland called for a blindside block against the Mustangs on the interception, so the nice interception return for Deontay Jones wiped away. Ball moves back to the Mustangs 10. As the Mustangs offense goes back to work looking to extend their 15-9 lead. As we're nearing the second quarter, 1:45 and counting remaining in the first half. Mustangs working right to left at their own 10. Pena lines up in the shotgun, 2 down motion receivers to the near wall. Pena takes a snap. Topeka brings the rush, and Pena, he has room to run. He gets it at 15. He slides with a low tackle made by Dwayne Autry, and no flag is on the field. It's a 5-yard pickup for Mike Pena. Brings up a 2nd and 5 for Gillette at their own 15. So Mike Pena will go back into the huddle with the rest of the offense waiting. Looking at the replay now, Pena, who has 184 rushing yards on the year, that is second in the CIF, ran for 5 yards, and he takes the snap here. He gets it off quickly. It goes over to Higgins. Higgins with some blockers, and he's inside the 15, still on his feet to the 10, as he's fighting with the wall, and the final tackle being made by Gerard Lenoir, with a Tropics, a player down as well. Seeing that was Tymon Lemon, with Jacob Ungrew leading the way, as Karant Higgins just could not fight off Lenoir. But the Mustangs get it back into Tropics territory with 11.5 remaining in the first.
But the previous play is being challenged that the runner was out of bounds prior to the spot.
And Tyrus Jackson, the head coach for Topeka, is challenging the ruling. Looking to see if they can get the Mustangs back a few more yards, as they will go to the officials' booth with 11.5 remaining in the first. Seems like that was going to be the final play of the first quarter, but that is not the case now.
Saturday night. All right, Mustang fans. While this play's under review, we want to try something we haven't tried all year. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get the old-fashioned wave going. We're going to start right here. We're going to make our way all the way around the field. Who's ready? In 3, 2, 1, go! Come on! Come on up top! Come on! Come on! Down over here! Riptide, come back! Come on!
As we do have an official review right now, with the officials going into the review booth with 11.5 remaining in the first quarter. The Mustangs holding a 15-9 lead over the Topeka Tropics. Mustangs are looking to see if they will get a 1st and 10 with 11.5 remaining, with head coach for the Tropics, Tyrus Jackson, challenging the ruling, seeing if Karant Higgins was out of bounds a little farther, working towards the wall. Another rule in arena football: the sidelines are not open. It's a wall, and as you can see, the officials are still waiting the official review right now. Second offensive possession coming back for the Mustangs. The officials are coming back.
After review, the runner touched the ball at the 21-yard line after contact. The ball will be placed at the 21-yard line, 1st and 10. Timer, please set the clock to 14 seconds. 14 seconds on the quarter clock.
The Mustangs will have a 1st and 10, but not as closer to the end zone as they were expecting, as the ball got pushed back to the 21, with the final tackle being made by Dwayne Autry. Tyron Lemon also came out to make assistance on the tackle with 14 seconds remaining in the first. Mustangs have it in Tropics territory. It's at the right hash at the Tropics 21 as the clock runs now. 9 seconds remaining in this quarter. And Pena lines up in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He looks to throw. He fires it. It's going to be caught by Michael Cornelius Jr. And he will be tackled at around the 15 for a gain of around 6 yards. And that will end the first half of play. From Spirit Hall in Gillette, Wyoming.
That is the end of the first quarter.
2nd and 4 on the way as we head to the second quarter with the Mustangs up 15-9 over the Topeka Tropics. And we will be back on our radio dial on 101.5 The Drive.
How about a round of applause for the GPX cheer team?
Welcome back to 101.5 The Drive, my friends, and the CIF Network as we are gearing up for second quarter action from Spirit Hall. The Mustangs will be moving left to right, working with a 2nd and 2 coming up. The Tropics on defense, right to left. Mike Peony and company will come back onto the field looking to extend their 15-9 lead with a fresh 15 minutes on the clock to start the second quarter. Pena lines up in the shotgun, down motion receivers each way. He fakes it to Jefferson. Pena looks to run, and he is going to gain absolutely nothing. Daniel Shoulders Jr. comes up to make the tackle for Topeka, his 7th tackle on the season, and the ball moves back for a 3rd down coming up as it will be around a 3rd and 4. Ball is at the Mustangs 16. The Tropics 16, I could say. The Mustangs have the ball in Tropics territory. Now it moves back to a 3rd and 5. Ball is going now to the left hash. And Pena will break the huddle with a 3rd and 5 on the way. And the Mustangs do have a kicker. Could we potentially see the first field goal try of the year for the Mustangs? 3rd and 5 with the down motion receivers going in motion to the near side. And Pena takes a snap. He looks to throw. He fires it towards the end zone to a wide open man going over the wall is Karan Higgins. Oh my goodness! Oh, Karan Higgins, and he gets back up and he jumps back onto the field. Pass is incomplete, however. A throw that was high and deep for Karan Higgins, who almost had his 9th touchdown on the season. Karan Higgins going over the wall to the near wall of the end zone, and the Mustangs offense will stay on the field. They will go for it with a 4th and 5 at the Tropics 16. Pena will line up in the shotgun by himself. There's a down motion receiver to the near wall. And Pena will take the snap. He looks to throw. Pena's in trouble. He fires to the 20. Fires it over the middle, and it is caught near the first down marker for Arthur Anderson. And they will move the sticks for a Mustangs first down with Pena evading trouble. He had to scramble to the left side, and he threw it back across his body over the middle to Arthur Anderson, which is good enough for the Mustangs first down. It will be a 1st and goal coming up from the Tropics 10. Mustangs coming into this game 10 of 25 on 4th down conversions. They go 11 for the season so far. Pena lines up in the shotgun, and a design run, a toss back to Jefferson. Jefferson to the left side, getting inside the 5 with a flag down. He is short of the end zone near the 3 with the ball coming out on the way. Jefferson was down, however, as we will check the flag.
Run, holding, number 9 of the offense, 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
And Karant Higgins will be called for a hold that will push the ball back to the Tropics 20. First and goal coming up with the Mustangs having to go 20 yards to try to get it into the end zone to convert and to also get a touchdown. Mustangs looking for their 3rd touchdown of the ball game. The Tropics have won. 15-9 is the score with 12 minutes remaining in the first half. And Pena will line up in the shotgun, and he'll look to throw with it from midfield into a tight window. It's caught by Higgins with Marcus Gray coming up to make the tackle inside the 10. Mike Pena gets all the yards back that were lost on the penalty. And very fitting for Karant Higgins, the penalty was called on him, and what a way for Karant Higgins to redeem himself. With Pena throwing that into a very tight window, there were 2 people on coverage for Topeka. The defenders were Tony Nelms and Marcus Gray. Ball moves inside the 10 to the Tropics 9. Nnamdi Banks-Aki, the new starting center for the Mustangs, will wait to get the ball back to Pena, who is in the shotgun, and he wants to throw it. Pena will dump it off to Anderson. Anderson looking to shake to the 5, and he cannot get off Greg Thomas and Marcus Gray. That will set up a 3rd and goal inside the 5 for the Mustangs. Mustangs with a 4th down conversion on this drive, looking for a 3rd down conversion here. Ball moves inside the 5 at the right hash to the Tropics 4. Tropics looking to avoid giving up their 3rd touchdown of the day. Pena, he will line up under center. Jefferson is in the backfield. 2 down motion receivers to the near wall. Michael Cornelius Jr. is at the line of scrimmage, and it will be a toss back to Anderson. Anderson getting his way into the end zone on the far side. He's in. Touchdown, Gillette. And Arthur Anderson Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game. The 2nd in a row as well, and the Mustangs lead at 27-9. Two rushing touchdowns on the day for Arthur Anderson. Arthur Anderson, one of the receivers that really has come alive for the past few games for the Mustangs, as he will go back to the sideline with Austin Newfield coming on to try the extra point. It would make it a 22-9 game. Pena is the holder. Good spot. The kick is on the way, and the kick is good into the netting. And Austin Newfield fitting right at home here in Gillette with 2 extra points already on the day. 22-9 is the score.
Make sure to get your 50-50 tickets from the Sons of the American Legion for your chance to win the 50-50 drawing and a chance to kick a field goal for $1,000.
As the Mustangs will look to kick this one left to right, the Tropics will receive right to left with Topeka.
Make sure to get your official Gillette Mustang merchandise located at the merchandise
down
booth
2
in
possessions.
Entryway.
22-9 is the score with 9:52 remaining in the first half. Tropics, 2 interceptions already in this game. One going to Isaiah McFarland and one to Deontay Jones, as they're showing the replay now with the crazy catch that Karant Higgins had as he went over into the end zone, and then Arthur Anderson finishing it off for his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg Thomas will look to receive right to left, and the Mustangs will look to receive left to right. Newfield will look to kick this football away. Greg Thomas looking to get a good return for the Tropics, who will receive right to left with 9:52 remaining in the first half. The Mustangs will receive the football to start the second half. Newfield to the near wall will approach the goal line as he will kick it away as it hits the ceiling with a whistle as it looks like it hits one of the lights that are sturdy. As the light is swinging
Rule, the ball was
around.
spotted on the 25-yard line
Newfield was
as it struck the
practicing
ceiling.
pregame.
Timeout.
Try to
Media
avoid
timeout.
kicking those
Media timeout.
into the ceiling, but with it being a low ceiling here at Spirit Hall, it's a little bit
All right,
of a
Mustang fans, we got our two. We got our
seems
two
like that it was going to be
little
inevitable
Mustangs.
as it is, as the Mustangs will start at midfield.
We got our two little Mustangs here for
With
tonight.
the Tropics going back
Mustang
on
stick
offense.
horse
It
race.
seems like that we have another
All right.
media timeout.
We got a couple
On our
little
radio
guys
down, we're going to step
tonight.
aside. We'll be back on
They're going to
101.5
come
The
down
Drive.
around the barrel and make their way. We get one of you right over here. All right. Okay. Mustang fans, I want to hear you cheer these two youngsters on. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, go! Come on, Mustang fans. Around the barrel and back home. Oh, uh-oh. We got a winner here. How about it for our winners? Give me 5. Give me 5. However, both youngsters are winners here tonight. So, we got our first place winner right here. That's your gift bag. And our second prize winner. How about another round of applause for our two Mustang stick horse racers?
And for everybody listening on 101.5 The Drive, we welcome you back to the broadcast. We also want to thank everybody listening to our YouTube stream as well on the CIF network. With 9:49 remaining in the first half, the Mustangs lead the Topeka Tropics 22-9. Tropics looking to respond. They are down 2 possessions. Tropics looking to get some things going here. As Portery lines up in the shotgun. Matthews to his right. Matthews going to get the call, and he's going to be stuffed by Garrett Pemberton behind the line of scrimmage. And Garrett Pemberton with 2 gloves on. If you've been following the Mustangs, Garrett Pemberton has been dealing with a wrist injury that he got during the Southwest Kansas game. He had to wear a full arm cast for the next few games, but he has 2 gloves on and he has control of his fingers again. Portery will line up in the shotgun. Matthews to his left, 2 down motion receivers to the far wall, receiver at the line of scrimmage to the near wall. As Portery takes a snap, he looks to throw, he has a man in the end zone. It is caught. Max Novak, touchdown Topeka. Tropics back in business. After giving up 2 interceptions on their last 2 offensive drives, Max Novak goes deep for his 10th touchdown on the season. (22-15) game at the moment, and Topeka went for 3 their last point attempt, and they're going to try it again. Ball is at the 5. Looking to go for 3, it would make it a 22-18 game. Portery will line up in the shotgun. Down motion receiver each, and their receivers at the line of scrimmage as well. As Portery takes a snap, he looks to throw. He's not going to throw it far. He was racked up as well as the pass is incomplete. The Mustangs hold a 4-point lead for now with 8:07 remaining in the first half. The Mustangs looking to respond again after a long touchdown pass from Donovan Portery to Max Novak that went around 30 yards. Max Novak, his long on the year was 37. He is second in the CIF in receiving yards behind Karan Higgins. Coming into this game, he had 355. Karan Higgins is the CIF leader in receiving yards coming into this game with 366. So we'll have to see how things will shape out tonight when the final statistics go up online after the conclusion of another terrific week of CIF football. There are 3 games tonight. The Omaha Beef and the Salina Liberty, a rematch from the Champions Bowl last year. Omaha leading Salina 27-13 right now in Southwest Kansas. leads Rapid City 34-6. Ryan Amon will kick it away for Topeka. Mustangs will receive left to right. Topeka will kick off right to left. With Amon actually setting it on the tee, he will not be the kicker. Turns out it's going to be Ryan Martinez who will kick this off for Topeka. Billy Perry, the kicker for Topeka, did not make the trip as Martinez kicks it off as it went back to Jefferson, and Anderson has to pick it up. Anderson needs to get out of the end zone to avoid the Rouge point, and Topeka has a point.
By rule, the runner was tackled in the end zone. That's 1 point for Topeka. Ball placed on the 5-yard line. First down.
It originally went to Jalen Jefferson, but it went behind him. And Arthur Anderson had to pick it up, and for the second straight week, the Mustangs give up a Rouge point. It happened in Omaha last week. And it's a 22-16 lead still for the Mustangs.
Clear it.
6-point lead for Gillette with 7:52 remaining. The Mustangs do get the football. They still have it on offense with Pena lining up in the shotgun. Two down motion receivers, crunched in. Pena takes a snap from the goal line. He looks to take off with it. He takes off, and he will inch his way towards the 10, tackled at the 9. Tackle was made by Dana Shoulders Jr. It's going to bring up a second down for the Mustangs with 7:18 and counting in this first half. Mike Pena, with a 3-yard run to make it a 2nd and 7. And Pena will line up in the shotgun. Two down motion receivers to the near wall. It's Anderson and Higgins. Cornelius Jr. is to the line of scrimmage, and Pena takes a snap from the goal line. He looks to throw. He has a man deep. It's Anderson. He has the catch, and he has his 3rd touchdown of the day. Tropics go deep, and the Mustangs say, I want to go deep too. 28-16. Austin Newfield will come back onto the field looking to make it a 29-16 game. One play with a 50-yard touchdown throw by Mike Pena. And Arthur Anderson coming alive in this game. That's his 3rd touchdown today. Number 6 on the year for number 5. And Newfield will line up to kick the extra point. Oh, it's no good. Wide to the left. It was a high snap. Mike Pena was the holder. Mustangs still maintain the lead with 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. They're up by 8. With Austin Newfield, his first miss as a member of the Mustangs, as Garrett Pendleton and company will come back onto the field with the Mustangs defense looking to respond after the long touchdown pass that went to Max Novak. And the Tropics, they are looking to respond as well. And the Tropics offensive coordinator, O.J. Simpson, coming back on to the field. Cedric Walker will come back onto the field as well. Once the kickoff is completed, Mustangs will kick it off left to right. Greg Thomas looking back to receive. He is at the 5-yard line right now. Tropics will receive right to left. Newfield at the near wall will look to kick it off with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Mustangs get the ball to receive the second half. It's a low kick that goes to the 15, picking it up to the 25 is McNair, and McNair gets into Mustangs territory. So Jamari McNair getting the ball for the first time in this game. It did not go far enough to get back to Thomas. McNair was the next man up. He had it at around the 15 and in his own territory, and he swung it into Mustangs territory. Cedric Walker comes back on to the field with his defense looking to get another stance. They have 2 interceptions already in this game. It's Portery will line up at the shotgun. Matthews is to his left. Tapia checks in as the tight end. He's the left guard. 2 down motion receivers go to the near wall. Matthews will get the call, and Matthews is going to be wrapped up immediately by Tony Peters. Peters was fighting with Matthew, looking to bring him down for about 5 seconds, and he finally does. Tony Peters, one of the only returners for the Mustangs from 1 year ago. He was one of 3 returners that came back to the team with the Tropics, going to the running game there, even though they don't do it as much. Only 113 rushing yards coming into this game for Topeka. That is last in the CIF, with the offense for Topeka liking to go to the air for the first few games of the season, as Donovan Portery calls the first time out of the half for either team. Ball will be planted at the Mustangs 17 with a 2nd and 11 on the way. Loss of 1 on the run for Javante Matthew. And Matthew from the home of football out of Canton, Ohio. With, look at those eyes, Garrett Pemilton. I don't know if Batman is a good term to use for Garrett Pemilton. He actually has a nickname, Viking. Talking in the offseason to Garrett. See, he's a high school coach. Garrett Pemilton, originally from Minnesota. Coaching high school in Minnesota, he said his players gave him the nickname Viking, and boy, does he look like one tonight. Portery will line up in the shotgun on the 2nd and 11. Matthew is to his left, 2 down motion receivers in motion to the far wall, and Portery takes a snap, he looks to throw, and it is incomplete. Novak was the intended receiver. He would have had it at the Mustangs 10. And Novak, who had the long touchdown to get Topeka back into this game, comes up with an incompletion there that's going to bring up a 3rd and 11 for Tropics on offense. Tropics looking to get the equalizer for the Mustangs. Gillette receives the ball to start the second half. Portery will line up in the shotgun. Matthew is to his left, 2 down motion receivers to the far wall. Portery takes a snap from midfield. He looks to throw. He has a wide open man. It's Walker, and Walker sneaking up. He might have been short of the first down. He was tackled at the wall by Isaiah McFarland. With Nolan Burnett racing up to make the touch at the wall, and it will be a 4th down to Topeka. Topeka so close to getting the first down there off of a 3rd and 11. And it will be around a 4th and 2 coming up for the Tropics. Tropics down by 8, 3:20 remaining in the first half. Portery lines up in the shotgun. Matthews is to his left. Portery, he wants to throw, he fires it to the end zone. It is incomplete. Ryan Martinez was the intended receiver. On coverage, Sean Harper Jr. makes the breakup, and the Mustangs take over with 3:10 remaining in the first half. Tropics electing to go to the air on a 4th and 2. Not wanting to take their chances on the ground, they wanted to go to where they know best, and that is the sky. But nothing coming up for the Tropics with their colors looking like the sky. The Tropics in their all whites today, orange socks. It has white on the top of their helmets and turquoise on the bottom of the helmets, with the inspiration coming from the 2008 film Semi-Pro. Pena will line up in the shotgun with a flag on the field. He fires it over the middle. It's caught by Anderson. Anderson has it at midfield, and Anderson looking to advance up to the 20. He gets inside there. He is tackled at the far wall around the 17, but we will check the flag that was thrown when the snap went to Mike Pena.
Good defense number 59. That penalty is declined. Result of the play, first down.
And that is going to be a plus side of the field play for Arthur Anderson from the throw by Mike Pena. Illegal defense by Tony Nelms, the linebacker for the Tropics. Pena had all kinds of time with Arthur Anderson with a low catch. He was left open. Almost broke free. But they do get it inside the Tropics 20. Ball moves to the 18 at the left hash, and Pena will line up in the shotgun. Jefferson is to his right, a down motion receiver each way. Michael Cornelius Jr. is at the line of scrimmage to the near wall. Pena takes the snap, and a fake. He will take off with it. Pena gets past the 15 and looking to get near the 13 to the near wall as he faked it to a receiver in down motion. Under 2 the play in the first half. The Mustangs looking to take their time. They do have all 3 timeouts in the event if Topeka would get the ball back if the Mustangs can't score. Mustangs do receive the football to start the second half, with Gillette holding a 28-16 lead over the Topeka Tropics. Mustangs looking to get back on track after suffering their first loss of the season last week in Omaha, Nebraska. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Jefferson is to his left, 2 down motion receivers to the far wall. Jefferson will get the carry, looking to inch his way up the right side. He gets inside the 10, but he is pushed back. Forward progress is going to move him to around the 8. Near the first down marker, it was a 2nd and 4. Looking to see if they will move the sticks, and indeed they will. A 1st and goal coming up for the Mustangs with the 1-minute warning on the clock.
This will be the 1-minute timeout.
Mustangs are looking to punch their way into the end zone. Looking to extend their 28-16 lead over the Topeka Tropics. As mentioned, the Tropics and the Mustangs met 1 year ago. It was on April 23rd of 2022 with the Mustangs defeating Topeka 38-37 on a buzzer beater touchdown by Taz Wilson, who's a member of Sioux City now. And as mentioned, Topeka is still looking for their first ever win in CIF play. Their first year as a franchise ever was in 2022. They went 0-10 last year. The Tropics do have a win to their credit this year, but it was a non-league game against the Arlington Longhorns. Topeka will be back in action. They will have 4 CIF games remaining. They will be at home against Sioux City next week. And the Mustangs, they will take a break from CIF play next week. They will have their non-league game coming up against the Fargo Invaders. That game will be here at Spirit Hall. It's going to take a little use to saying Spirit Hall, because people in Gillette are used to saying Spirit Hall Ice Arena, the home of the Gillette Wild. This will be the home for the Mustangs for the remainder of the 2023 season. 1-minute warning. Pena lines up in the shotgun. He takes the snap. It's going to go to Jefferson from down motion, looking to get a block. Jefferson inside the 5, but he cannot escape the 4-yard line. With Thomas coming up to make the tackle for Topeka, the clock continues to roll. Gillette has all 3 timeouts if they would like to use them. Taking their time, and Mike Pena talking to offensive coordinator Reggie Gray, talking to the officials. Seems, well, Coach Gray want to take his first timeout, and he will, with 28.7 remaining in the first half. Reggie Gray electing to take a little while longer, calling the timeout.
Timer, please set the game clock to 30 seconds. 3-0.
Game clock will be reset to 30 seconds in a scenario that the Mustangs had last week. In the final minute of the Mustangs loss against Omaha last week, Deontay Jones had an interception. He almost took it back for a pick 6, but he was short of the goal line. And the Mustangs had 2 plays to try to get it into the end zone. The game was tied at the time. The Mustangs could have went into the locker room with the lead, but they could not capitalize. And Omaha was just able to carry away with the lead in the second half. The Mustangs only had 1 touchdown in the second half in their loss last week against Omaha. Mustangs trying to learn from their mistakes as they have the ball inside the 5 with 30 seconds remaining in the first half. It'll be a good opportunity for the Mustangs to gain the confidence they need heading into the locker room, because they will get the football to receive when the second half begins. Pena will line up at the shotgun. A down motion receiver each way. 2 receivers to the line of scrimmage at the near wall. Pena takes a snap. It will go to Jefferson. Jefferson looking to find his way towards the goal line. Oh, he's in. Touchdown, Mustangs. Jalen Jefferson with another rushing touchdown today. That is number 6 on the year. It's also his 10th touchdown as well. 22.6 remaining. Tropics have 2 timeouts.
The ruling on the field was a touchdown. This play will be reviewed from the officials. Officials timeout for review.
It's going to be an officials review. It was close near the goal line as Jalen Jefferson went up the left side. He looked to dive his way into the end zone, but the officials are going to have a further look at it. 22.6 is on the clock as the Mustangs right now have a 34-16 lead, but that could change. If it gets overturned, Mustangs will still have a bunch of time to work with. 22.6 remaining in the first half. Mustangs receive the football to start the second half. Then the Mustangs were lining up. I think it was a little too early to see what the Mustangs were going to do on the point after. They didn't even need to see if they have a touchdown. 22.6 remaining in the first half of the Mustangs working left to right on that offensive drive. Jalen Jefferson for now punching it into the end zone for his 6th rushing touchdown of the season. That would make it number 10 on the year for Jalen Jefferson. The officials are still talking things over. We will have the Mustangs halftime show coming up. We're gonna have an interview with Mustangs owner Stephen Titus. And as you can see, this is a new venue that the Mustangs are playing in. Spirit Hall is the location, still located at the Camplex, which was the location for the Mustangs' first home games of the season. It was at the Ford Wyoming Center, which is literally right next door to where we are right now. You can see there is a wall up right now. And if the wall was opened, you could see where the Mustangs started off their first home games of the season, but electing to come over to Spirit Hall, known as the Spirit Hall Ice Arena, the Gillette Wild of the North American 3 Hockey League play here. As the officials are looking to come back onto the field, Coach Walker is signaling that it may be a touchdown, and oh boy, it is close. And looking at the replay now on the big screen here at Spirit Hall, Jefferson might have broke the goal line. Here's the official call.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
And it is a touchdown for Jalen Jefferson after a long review.
Where do you want it?
And the Mustangs will line up to kick the extra point. Pena is the holder. Garrett Hamilton is also near the O-line as well. 5-0 line on the extra point attempt. The kick is on the way, and Newfield redeems himself. It is good. 35-16 is the score. The Mustangs up by 19. 22.6 remaining. Topeka does have time. They have 2 timeouts. Also having the advantage with it being under 60 seconds. Who knows, could be a story with how the Mustangs ended the first half last week against Omaha. They had an interception. Mustangs already with 2 today. We'll have to see. Topeka looking to get a touchdown no matter what going into the locker room. Doesn't help their case that the Mustangs receive the ball to start the second half. Mustangs will kick off left to right. Newfield will kick it off near the near wall. And the Tropics will receive right to left with 22.6 remaining. Greg Thomas will be back for Topeka, looking to get a run back. Neufeld taking his time getting the ball down. 22.6 remaining in the half. And we'll see how the cards will play out with both teams going into the locker room. 35-16 right now, Mustangs lead. Neufeld will kick it away just in time as it goes to McNair. McNair picks it up at the 20, gets across midfield as he is down right in the middle of the field at the 23. The clock stops with 17.7 remaining. See what the Tropics decided to do. They did not bring their field goal kicker. Billy Perry has been kicking for Topeka. He did not make the trip, however. Now the Tropics are looking field goal anyway. They are down by 19 with 17.7 remaining in the first half. They will be working right to left. Mustangs receive the ball to start the second half. Portery will line up in the shotgun. A down motion receiver each way, a receiver at the line of scrimmage as well for the Tropics. Portery sends the receivers from down motion, and he wants to throw. He gets it off quickly to Walker, and he is tackled at the wall by Sean Harper Jr. Clock stops with 13.9 remaining. With the advantage of the wall to the advantage for Topeka, the clock stops if they can get a tackle at the wall with under a minute to play. It's going to bring up a second down play for the Tropics at the Mustangs 17. 2nd and 5. Chiara checks in as the tight end on the left side. Portery will line up in the shotgun, a down motion receiver each way. He takes a snap. He looks to throw from the 25. He fires it to a wide open man. It's caught by Martinez. Nolan Burnett brings him down. Martinez looking for the wall at the near side. And he gets there with 5.6 remaining. Ryan Martinez
timeout.
Fighting his way
Tropics.
Past Nolan Burnett.
Their second charge timeout.
The Tropics
Please set the game clock to
have
7
a timeout
seconds.
remaining. 7 seconds are going to be put on the clock. The Tropics did have 2 timeouts. They have 1 now. With the Tropics deciding to take their second timeout of the half here. See what Topeka can do. 7 seconds remaining, and they have a first and goal from the Mustangs 8. Mustangs looking to maintain a 19-point lead heading into the locker room. Mustangs will have the lead no matter what heading into halftime, but Topeka can gain some confidence if they can score here.
Let's bring that Mustang madness, come on!
As Portery lines up in the shotgun, a down motion receiver each way, 2 receivers each way at the line of scrimmage. Portery sends them, and a look to throw. It's low. Portery looking for option. He fires it. It's going to be caught near the wall, and he is touched at the wall with Ryan Amon at the far wall running into the end zone thinking he had the touchdown, but he was tackled at the wall by Sean Harper. 0.6 remaining, and the Tropics will have 1 more play before the half comes to an end. The Mustangs do have 2 timeouts.
And we please set the game clock at 2 seconds.
And they will
2 seconds.
And they will add on a second and 0.4 of a second back on the clock. 2 seconds remaining. No matter what, this will be the final play of the first half, barring a penalty. Tropics will have it on offense at the Mustang 6. Ball at the right hash. Cedric Walker does have 2 timeouts if he would like to use them to discuss things over with his defense. Coach Walker trusts his defense to try to hold him here. As Portery will line up in the shotgun. Amon is to his right, and Cedric Walker will call a timeout now.
Timeout, Mustangs.
Cedric Walker going over to one of the officials. Cedric Walker has 1 timeout remaining if he would like to use it. We're talking things over with head judge Alan Bryant. It's a positive for the Mustangs because they can talk things over defensively. With the final play of the first half about to be on the field. soon as their time on the timeout is up. Mustangs lead at 35-16. But Topeka knocking on the door inside the 10. They have it at the Mustang 6 at the right hash. Topeka looking to get some points before they head to the locker room. Portery will line up in the shotgun. Amon is to his left. Two down motion receivers are behind the line of scrimmage. They go in motion to the near wall. And Portery takes a snap. He looks to throw. He fires it to the back of the end zone. It is broken up. Well, the Mustangs almost had their third interception of the game. It would have been deep in the end zone. Cedric Walker with a happy face on his way to the locker room. Portery had all kinds of time. He had room to run as well. With Deontay Jones coming up, he almost had the interception. That would have been his second of the day, but still a lot of positives for the Mustangs heading to the locker room as they have a 35-16 lead over the Topeka Tropics. As halftime is on the field, and we will take a little break. We will be back. We are going to have Mustangs owner Stephen Titus join us on the Mustangs halftime show when we come back on the CIF network and on 101.5 The Drive.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. All right, Gillette. Before we get started for our Dash for Cash, how about we sing happy birthday to Mr. Matt Albin? In 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. All right, how about a round of applause for Matt Albin? All right, ladies and gentlemen, for our first activity of the night, we have our Mustang Dash for Cash. We have our two contestants out here. We have a normal barrel racing pattern set up for them. However, these two contestants are going to compete on the same pattern at the same time. The winner of the barrel race is going to win $20 cash money right here tonight. So, Gillette, who's ready for the Mustang Dash for Cash? Let's count them down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, you gotta go to you're going to the right one. You're going to the left one. Oh, going to the second one now. They're going to the second one. Uh-oh. Oh, that one's kind of bronky. Oh, we got a horse race on our hand here. Whoa. Who's gonna win the Dash for Cash? Winner! Whoa. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for our Dash for Cash contestants, our winner of $20 cash money. Here we go. Give them a round of applause, Gillette. Come on, let's hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome back to the field the GPX cheer team.
Welcome back to 101.5. See if you want to say right here. Welcome back to 101.5 The Drive, my friends. Also with you on the CIF network, as we are currently in halftime with the Mustangs holding a 35-16 lead over the Topeka Tropics, and we are pleased to be joined by the owner of the Gillette Mustangs, also the owner of the Billings Outlaws. He is Mr. Stephen Titus. So, Steve, well, first off, Steve, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And so, we have this beautiful facility here at Spirit Hall, literally right next door to the Ford Wyoming Center. So, what went into deciding to make the change to come here instead of playing over at just playing over at the Wyoming Center?
Yeah, it was really an easy change. We had been talking about this for a few months to try to get us over on this side of the facility. There's so much more energy on this side of the facility. It's louder, it's more intimate. This view from the seating up here is just phenomenal. And so this was kind of our test run on this facility. One of the most important things, though, are the permanent hockey walls that we have over here. It creates a safer environment. We're not having those plastic barriers move around after every play. They're here, they're stationary. It's safer for our fans, it's safer for our players. And again, it's creating a louder, more intimate, more intense environment to help give us a home field advantage, because we're getting ready for the playoffs at this point. We're ready for our home games at the playoffs, and we're fine-tuning our home field advantage. The important thing to know too, Colton, is that wall right there. At any time, we can take down that wall, and there are bleachers set up right behind there as well. So this was kind of our dry test run tonight. Our numbers look really good, really healthy, on par with our other games. So we're really pleased with this turnout. We're really pleased Gillette's winning in the way they are. We get the ball to start the second half. So I'm looking forward to this Gillette team continuing its winning ways this season.
And with this being the dry run, Steve, how confident are you that this is going to be a terrific place to watch Mustangs football moving forward into the season?
You know, before the game started, I sat up here at the top row and looked down. I've never been anywhere where you were literally on top of the facility. This view right here is absolutely amazing. There's not a bad seat in the house. And so I look forward to continuing to adjust this. I've heard nothing but good responses tonight. So I look forward to continue doing some adjustments from here and there, continue increasing the environment, and continue to create this home field advantage to show Gillette's here to play and Gillette's here to win a championship this year.
What adjustments do you think moving forward that you are going to try to put into the last home games of the season?
Correct. So as we look forward into this point, we're looking at, of course, adding more seats, readjusting some of the control places where people are sitting and things like that. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to create that home field advantage that we had in Omaha, that Omaha's really good at. And so we look forward to continuing what we're doing here and continuing to make Gillette proud of the Mustangs.
Steve, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Hopefully we can get some more points on the board in the second half.
I hope so, too. I'm glad we have a kicker out here, too. It's something different this week.
That is Stephen Titus on the Mustangs halftime show, with the Mustangs holding a 35-16 lead right now over the Topeka Tropics. We are going to step aside for a little bit with the halftime activities continuing at Spirit Hall. We will be back on the CIF network and on 101.5 The Drive. Okay. Sorry for the chaos with all this.
Or from the 25-yard line for $1,000, courtesy of Stephen Titus and Associates. So the first ticket drawn will be the 50-50 winner. All right, here. It is a red ticket. 2834662. 2834662. We have a winner? All right. If you are the winner, you'll bring it down. They'll meet you right out here in just a minute to win the $500. Now we're going to draw the second ticket. This person right here is going to have a chance to kick a field goal for up to $1,000. All right. For a chance at $1,000, the ticket number 2835376. 2835376. Do we have a winner? We're looking for a chance to kick for $1,000. 2835376. Where's that winner at? All right. We got our field goal contestant. Yes. Please do not get rid of your tickets until we make sure that the tickets are verified for the $500. And now for the chance to kick for up to $1,000. I'm going to grab the ball. All right. First things first. Are you going? Let's see here. All right. Just need your signature on that paper real quick. All right. Now the big question. Are we kicking from the 15 for $500 or the 25 for $1,000?
15.
All right. He's kicking from the 15 for $500. Courtesy of Stephen Titus and Associates. All right. The ball is teed up. Gillette, let's make some noise for the attempt. No, he misses. Wide left. How about a round of applause for our field goal attempt?
Welcome you back to 101.5 The Drive and the CIF Network, currently in halftime for the Gillette Mustangs ball game against the Topeka Tropics.
We draw in for a chance to kick for $1,000
over the Tropics. Mustangs looking to go to 5-1 when the night concludes. We got some statistics for you. Special thanks
Make
to
sure
Johnny
to make your way to the entryway to get
Let's
your official Gillette Mustangs merchandise.
First, the Mustangs got the scoring
Also hit up
started.
one of the many
They had an
concession
interception on
stands
defense.
brought to you
Topeka got
by
the ball
Ice
to
Cream
start
Cafe,
the game.
Pizza
Jalen
Hut,
Jefferson had a run for the
Dickies,
first touchdown of the
Cowboy
game to make it
Concessions,
8-0.
and the
then
Rail
Donovan
Yard.
Portery had a pass that was completed
We'd
to
also
Julian
like
Walker
to say a
make it
special thank you
9-8
to tonight's game sponsor, Pizza
the
Hut.
Tropics. They went for 3, and so they had the lead for a little bit, and then Arthur Anderson had a touchdown run for 5 yards to make it a 15-9 game, and then the Mustangs scored again with another Arthur Anderson run to make it 22-9, and then Donovan Portery had a long pass for 27 yards to Max Novak. That made it a 22-15 lead. Mustangs were still ahead, and they also had a Rouge point. That was a point that went to Topeka. The Mustangs couldn't get the next kickoff out of the end zone, and that made it a 22-16 lead still for the Mustangs. And then Mike Pena had a pass that was complete to Arthur Anderson. Arthur Anderson with 3 touchdowns in this game, 2 rushing, and 1 from the air, and that made it a 28-16 lead. And then Jalen Jefferson got his second touchdown of the game, and that made it a 35-16 lead for Gillette. And that is the score right now into halftime, with the Mustangs looking to go to 5-1. 97 total plays on total offense, for Topeka, 175 yards for Gillette. A 21 total plays for Topeka on offense, 22 for Gillette. 94 passing yards for Topeka, 134 for Gillette. Only one incompletion for Mike Pena on the day so far, 11 of 17.
Who wants a
for
football?
Topeka. 2 interceptions for Topeka. The Mustangs do not have an interception so far in this game. Only 3 rushing yards listed for Topeka, 41 for Gillette. 4 rushing attempts for the Tropics, 11 for Gillette. 94 receiving yards for Topeka and 134 for Gillette. 5 first downs for Topeka, 12 for the Mustangs. And for the first downs for the Mustangs, 5 were rushing, 7 were passing, all passing for Topeka on the first downs. Topeka is 1 of 2 on 3-point conversion, on third down conversion. You know, my friends, it's a little difficult with the 3-point conversions and the third down conversions with all of these unique and rules that make CIF play so special as both teams come out on to the field. 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions for Topeka, 1 of 1 for the Mustangs. As we are gearing up for second half of play really soon, and let's get you caught up on the individual statistics for Topeka. Only 1 rushing attempt for Portery, gaining 6 yards. Ryan Amon has 1 rush for no yards, and Javante Matthew has 2 rushes for -3. And now for the receiving statistics for Topeka, Max Novak has 2 catches for 36 yards and a touchdown. Ryan Martinez has 2 catches for 25 yards. Ryan Amon, 3 catches for 21 yards. Julian Walker, 3 for 14 yards. And he has a touchdown, and Javante Matthew has a receiving touchdown as well for -2 yards. Rushing-wise, 4 attempts for Jalen Jefferson, 16 yards and 2 touchdowns. 4 attempts for Mike Pena for 12 yards. 2 attempts for Arthur Anderson. He has 9 yards and 2 touchdowns on the
Mustang
ground.
fans will be
1
watching
rushing
for
attempt
our
Ron
fan of the
Higgins for
night.
4 yards. Arthur Anderson
That will be
leads
given
the
away later
Mustangs
on in the
with
game for a
receptions.
chance
He
to
has
win
5
2
for
tickets
81
to the
yards
final home
and a
game of the
touchdown. Ron
season,
Higgins with 4 receptions,
which will also
no
make you
touchdowns
eligible
yet
for a chance to
Ron
win
Higgins,
2
even though
season
he almost
tickets
had one on the
to next
wild
year's football game.
incompletion with Karan
Make sure to
Higgins
make
going
your
over the
way
wall,
to the
and then he got back up, and he went back on to the field. Terrific stuff to see for the toughness for Karan Higgins. Michael Cornelius Jr. has 1 catch for 12 yards as well. Defensively, for the Mustangs, 2 interceptions for the Mustangs. Deontay Jones has 1. Isaiah McFarland has 1 as well. And Nolan Burnett and Garrett Hamilton lead the Mustangs with 4 solo sacks. 3-way tie for the most solo sacks for Topeka. Dwayne Autry, Greg Thomas, and Marcus Gray all have 3 apiece as we are gearing up for second half action from Gillette, Wyoming, as the Mustangs receive the ball to start the second half, looking to extend their 35-16 lead over the Topeka Tropics. We will be back on the CIF network and also on 101.5 The Drive.
For your support of the Gillette Mustangs. Next week, you'll have your opportunity to buy tickets for your chance for an M19 gun raffle from SPC. Must be present to win next week here at the Mustangs game.
And to everybody listening on 101.5 The Drive and the CIF Network, we welcome you back to second half action as the Gillette Mustangs are looking to extend their 35-16 lead over the Topeka Tropics. Mustangs receive the ball to start the second half. They will be receiving left to right. Topeka will kick off right to left. Karan Higgins and Jalen Jefferson are back to receive for the Mustangs. Final 30 minutes are on the clock in this game, with the Mustangs looking to go to 5-1 in CIF play. With the tee being put on by Ryan Amon, with the ball being placed in the middle of the hashes, a little different with how the Mustangs kick away. And it will be Ryan Martinez kicking it away as the second half has begun. It's a bouncer that goes over the head of Higgins. Higgins has to pick it up, and Higgins, he dives forward to the 5. It was a little high for Higgins as he tried to retrieve it around the 5. He had to run back to make sure it didn't go into the end zone. With the Mustangs making sure that they were not giving up their second Rouge point of the game. They already have one. Mustangs will start off this drive at their own 7. Need to take it 43 yards into the end zone, and the Mustangs could also use the clock to their advantage as well, as they have the football to start the second half. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Jefferson is to his left, 2 down motion receivers in motion to the near wall. It will be a handoff to Jefferson. Jefferson up the right side, and once again, Mike Pena fools everybody. Reggie Gray's offense consists of those fake handoffs to Jalen Jefferson and Mike Pena, with Topeka reading it. And Mike Pena with an open field tackle made by Tyron Lemon, and moves the ball up 4 yards to the Mustangs 11 for a 2nd and 6. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Jefferson is offset to the right. 2 down motion receivers in motion to the far wall. Near wall receiver is Michael Cornelius Jr. with another run and a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Jalen Jefferson was blown up right away by Dana Shoulders Jr. And that's going to bring up a quick 3rd down for the Mustangs on this opening drive to start the second half. Ball stays at the left hash. It moves to the Mustangs 7 with a blown up play by Dana Shoulders Jr. with the Tropics desperately trying to get back into this ball game, looking for their first CIF win in franchise history. Pena will line up in the shotgun. 1 down motion receiver each way, 1 receiver to the line of scrimmage as well. Pena takes a snap. He looks to throw from the goal line. Topeka brings a rush, and it's caught by Higgins. Higgins has it at the first down near midfield. Higgins with a leaping grab near the far wall, and that moves the sticks for the Mustangs. Topeka bringing a blitz. Tony Nelms was blitzing, and Karan Higgins makes the catch with Marcus Gray pushing him to the wall for the tackle as the ball moves up to the Mustangs 21. 4 yards away from across midfield for Gillette. And Josh Hollins Jr., the backup quarterback, is going to play some receiver. He's in down motion to the near wall with Higgins. Pena takes a snap from the shotgun. Topeka rushes again. He has all kinds of time. Pena rolls out to his left, fires it across his body. It's nearly intercepted. That was too close to comfort for JoJo McNair to pick that off. McNair playing some time as DB. He's technically listed as a receiver. With Pena rolling to the right as he tried to get it for Michael Cornelius Jr. The incompletion brings up a 2nd and 10. Ball remains at the Mustangs 21. Pena lines up in the shotgun. 2 down motion receivers to the near wall. A receiver to the line of scrimmage, 1 each way. As Jefferson will get the call up the right side. Jefferson gets across midfield. And a nice run by Jalen Jefferson as he is tackled right near the numbers at midfield at the 25. It's going to bring up a second down for Gillette with a huge pow for everybody with a Topeka Tropics member down, Dwayne Autry. He was slow to get up. He is up now. With Dwayne Autry walking under his own power off the field. He will be checked out by the medical personnel, Gillette Physical Therapy. Mustangs come back onto the field, now working with a third down play. 3rd and 5 coming up for Gillette. Monolo Caldwell in the backfield, one down motion receiver each way. Pena, a design toss. He's going to hand it off to Caldwell, and Caldwell near the first down. He does not get there. Tackled short at around the 20 to the far wall. And the Mustangs will, the way they get the offense back on the field, looking to convert a 4th and short. It's going to be around a 4th and 2. Monolo Caldwell getting his first ever touch as a member of the Mustangs on offense. Pena will come back onto the field, officially listed as a 4th and 2. Pena taking his time with the play. They only have 5 seconds remaining to run it, however. They got 2 seconds. Pena lines up in the shotgun. The down motion receivers go. Oh, and Reggie Gray is not happy talking to Mike Pena with miscommunication,
Mustangs.
and Reggie Gray had to take
Their first charge of the second half.
their first timeout of the second half. Clock was running down. Mike Pena tried to get the play off at the last minute, but to avoid getting the ball pushed back, especially on a 4th down play, if they would have just accepted the delay of game, it would have been a 4th and 7. Mustangs want to keep it at a 4th and 2. They have it at the Tropics 21. On this opening drive to start the second half, 10:05 remaining in the third. Mustangs still leading 35-16. Looking to still stay alive for the number 1 seed in the CIF. I want to make sure to see if there's any updates on the score in Salina. Salina taking on Omaha in the Champions Bowl rematch from last year, with Salina beating Omaha to win the CIF championship 1 year ago, and at the moment Omaha leads 30-19 against Salina. Pena will line up in the shotgun off of the timeout on the 4th and 2 with flags on the field, a free play, and Jefferson is going to get the call, and Jefferson's going to be tackled in the backfield. But it's not going to matter because a member of the Tropics jumped early. But we'll see what the official call is. The Mustangs had a free play. Pena was called off guard as he accepted the snap.
Defense, offsides, number 17. 5 yards from the previous spot results in a first down.
And it will be an offsides against Dana Shoulders Jr., who had a big tackle on this drive. Is going to move the sticks for a Mustangs first down, with Dana Shoulders being the DN on the left side. But the Tropics so hungry for a stop there. And as a result, they come up empty for now. Fresh set of downs for the Mustangs, 1st and 10. Ball is at the right hash. It moves to the Tropics 21. Pena lines up with the shotgun. 2 down motion receivers in motion. Pena, he looks to throw towards the end zone. He has Higgins. He has it. Touchdown, Gillette. Karant Higgins. Touchdown number 9 on the year for number 9. Leading CIF man in receiving yards, extends the lead for Gillette with Karant Higgins getting it at the far corner of the end zone. Makes it a 41-16 game at the moment, with this offense coming alive, something that they missed against Omaha. Newfield comes on to kick the extra point, and it's right through the netting. It was a low snap to Mike Pena, who's the holder. 42-16, an opening drive touchdown.
Maybe a
Another
timeout.
connection from
Maybe
Mike Pena to Karant Higgins. with 8:54 remaining in the third. Drive that took 7 minutes as the Mustangs extend their lead. It's now 42-16. Grant Higgins getting his 9th touchdown on the year. With the Mustangs electing to have a kicker, Austin Newfield dressing in his first game as a member in that black and gold. Austin Newfield was actually in camp when the Mustangs were working in the offseason. He was cut by the Sioux Falls Storm of the IFL. He signed there, and then he was released on April 4th, and then he got the call to come back here to Gillette, and Austin Newfield coming up in a big way for the Mustangs. For the Mustangs, they were the last CIF team to try an extra point. Coming into this game, every other team in the CIF at least tried one extra point. Even though the second to last team was Rapid City, they have only tried one extra point on the year. But coming into this game, the Mustangs had none. Mustangs changing some things up offensively. They always like to go for the PATs after, but instead they bring a kicker on. Number 15, Austin Newfield, who will kick it away left to right. Tropics will receive right to left. 3-possession deficit for Topeka if you count the 4-point conversions that they would need the kid to get back into this game. Greg Thomas is back to receive for Topeka. And it's going to be a bouncer that goes to McNair. McNair at the 15 gets across midfield, gets to the 20, has some room. He's tackled at the Mustangs 15. Good field position for the first offensive drive of this half for Topeka. Tackle was made by Monolo Caldwell. Put at the left hash, right at the 15. Mustangs defense only working with 15 yards to try to keep their end zone clean. With McNair taking advantage of these short kicks that are given to him by Newfield. Portery will line up in the shotgun. Amon is to his left, and Amon will get the carry up the right side. Caleb Lowry brings him down from behind. Gain of around 2 on the play for Topeka. With Amon listed as a receiver, he's been getting a handful of carries in this game. They move it up 3 yards, a 2nd and 7. Right hash at the Mustangs 12. Portery will line up under center. Down motion receiver each way, a receiver to the line of scrimmage as well. Portery takes a snap, and McNair's going to get the handoff again from down motion. He's going to gain nothing. Nolan Burnett brings the final touch. Sean Herbert Jr. was there as well for Gillette. Under 8 to play in the third, the Mustangs hold a 42-16 lead over the Topeka Tropics. Tropics knocking on the door of the red zone. They're at the Mustangs 11. Ball moves to the left hash with a 3rd and 6 coming up for the Tropics. Tapia checks in as the tight end. He's the left guard. Portery will line up in the shotgun, and he'll take the snap. He looks to throw, he fires it. It's caught by Walker. Walker has it at the 5. Sean Herbert Jr. tackles him at the wall. It will be a 1st and goal coming up for Topeka at around the Mustangs 4. Mustangs giving up another 3rd down in this game. Tropics looking to stay alive in this game. Tropics are fighting for some things too. The Mustangs are fighting for a home playoff game, and the Tropics are fighting to get into the playoffs. Portery lines up in the shotgun. Down motion receivers go each way. Portery takes a snap. He fires it. It's caught by Martinez for the Tropics touchdown. Ryan Martinez with his 7th touchdown of the season. (42-22) for now a 20-point deficit for Topeka. And let's see what they decide to do on the point after. It's going to go back to the 10. Tropics, they're going to go for 4. Tropics have had a handful of 4-point attempts on the season, but only one has been successful. They are 1 for 5. This will be their 7th 4-point attempt on the season, with Cedric Walker frustrated. His defense only get 15 yards to work with, and now they'll look to try to cover a 4-point attempt with Portery firing it to the end zone. It is nearly caught at the goal line. The intended receiver was Novak. It's a 20-point lead for the Mustangs. Novak was the intended receiver over the middle. Portery got it off. Deontay Jones was on coverage with Novak. See what the Mustangs can do off of the response. Mustangs will receive left to right with Jefferson and Higgins back. Ryan Martinez, the man who just had the touchdown for Topeka, will stay on the field to kick it away to Gillette. Gillette looking to extend their lead some more. They have a 20-point lead right now, but Topeka looking to gain some light. They just score their first touchdown of the second half. Mustangs still up big, 42-22, but with the CAF rules, it's only a 2-possession deficit for Topeka. Topeka will get a touchdown, 2 of them, and 2 4-point conversions. They would tie the game. Martinez will kick this one away. It's a low kick that goes. It stays in Tropics territory. Nolan Burnett picks it up, not expecting it. He is tackled at the Tropics 20. Just like the Tropics started their last offensive possession, the Mustangs will have good field position. They will be in Tropics territory. Ball is at the 20 at the left hash. The Mustangs, they will take a break from CIF play next week. They will play the semi-pro Fargo Invaders. Tropics have 4 games remaining, all in CIF play. They will be at home against Sioux City, and then they'll be at home against Billings, away against Omaha, and then they will be home against Southwest Kansas to close out the season. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Caldwell is to his left, and Pena will hand it off to Caldwell. Caldwell has some space at the 15. He gets inside the 10, and the tackle is made by Autry, with Monolo Caldwell getting it up inside the 10. Monolo and I had an interesting introduction to each other. Monolo was signed during the bye week, and we happened to be on the same flight back to Gillette. I went away during the bye week. Caldwell is in the shotgun right now. Pena lines up with him as well, and Arthur Anderson is going to get the call. Anderson looking to get it inside the 5, and Autry running all over the field as he goes up to the far wall. To bring up a 2nd and goal for the Mustangs with a flag on the field. The flag was thrown at the far side of the field. I think that was after the play. Arthur Anderson coming in from down motion.
During the run, holding, number 21 of the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Replay 1st and goal.
And the Mustangs will have a 1st and goal from outside the 10. Caldwell called for the hold. They move it back to the Mustangs 18. Pena will go back into the huddle. Under 4:30 to play in the 3rd. Mike Pena, he lines up in the shotgun. Caldwell is to his right, 2 down motion receivers to the near wall on a 1st and goal. And it's going to be a dump off, a screen to Caldwell. Oh, he has some space. He's going to go into the end zone. Marnolo Caldwell with his first touchdown as a member of the Mustangs. A first and goal from the 18, no problem. Marnolo Caldwell takes it in, and the Mustangs have a 48-22 lead. Blockers, a screen in the middle of the field. Caldwell saw some daylight to the near side, and he took it in. It's perfect time for me to finish my story after the extra point is kicked as Newfield. It's on the way, and it is no good. Just misses wide to the left. Souvenir for one of the fans as he is able to get it, but he has to throw it back down to the field. And so anyway, Manolo and I had a interesting and now funny introduction to each other. Manolo was signed during the Mustangs bye week after their win against Rapid City in March. I went away for a little getaway that weekend, and Manolo and I happened to be on the same plane coming from Denver to Gillette, and we both happened to go to the ticket agent because we both lost our luggage. We had checked luggages that were beneath the plane, and they both got lost. It was a funny introduction for Manolo and I. Defensive line coach Brent Taylor picked him up at the airport, and I was talking to Brett saying, "Hey, Coach, I lost my luggage." He said, "Yeah, Manolo lost his too." It was a funny introduction now, but we did get our luggages back. They were on the last flight into Gillette that night. That was in the afternoon. I was able to pick mine up, and Manolo got his as well that night, so it was a worry that only lasted a few hours. Newfield will kick this one away to the near side, and it's a bouncer that goes over the head of McNair, and it will be taken by Thomas. Thomas looking to get up to the 20, and Caldwell tackles him at the 25. Greg Thomas getting his first kickoff return in a while.
Media timeout. 2-minute timeout.
With 3:17 remaining in the third quarter. Mustangs looking to inch their way to 5-1 as they look to get back into the #1 seed race in the CIF. And since we have some time, media timeout right now, let's take a look at some out-of-town scores. Omaha is leading Salina 33-19 at the moment. Seems the fourth quarter is going to be starting there, so there is some time. And it seems the other game seems to be an end, and it is a final with Southwest Kansas defeating Rapid City 41-6. So Rapid City falls to the media timeout closing with some confusion on the CIF website. We'll have to see what the score is on a quick social media check. Looking to see if there's any score updates on the... And it is Southwest Kansas getting the win over Rapid City, so Rapid City falls to 0-6 on the season. With a throw on the way, and it is, it's caught by Martinez. Martinez was in open space inside the 10. He's tackled by McFarland at the 5. Portery finding Martinez, who has the last touchdown for Topeka. And the Tropics not giving up easily. They are looking to get back in business. As the ball moves to the 4. Portery lines up in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He looks to throw. He fires it towards the end zone. Incomplete. It might have been batted down in the end zone. And now, since we know Southwest Kansas won, the updated standings are Rapid City is 0-6. Southwest Kansas moves to 2-3. Tie with the Outlaws right now. we'll have to make sure to go over the final statistics when the night concludes. With Portery lining up in the shotgun on the second and goal, he takes a snap. He looks to throw. Oh, he has room. He's looking to run up. He dives his way towards the goal line. Norman Burnett misses a tackle. And Portery is in for the Tropics touchdown, his first rushing touchdown of the season in just his 9th day as a member of the Tropics. With Caleb Lowry down for Gillette. Portery wanted to throw, didn't see anything he liked, and he was able to run with Nolan Burnett trying to make a low tackle as he dived forward to get into the end zone, and he is in with a Caleb Lowry down right now. Cindy Jansen from Gillette Physical Therapy checking out on him right now. Coach Walker is there as well. Caleb Lowry returning. Not dress against Omaha. Good for the Mustangs to get Caleb Lowry back, checking out his left knee. Coming into the game, Caleb Lowry with 6 solo tackles, 6 assists for 12. 3 tackles for loss, as well as Caleb Lowry will head over to the sideline under his own power. Let's see what the Tropics will decide to do on the point after. It's back to a 20-point lead for the Mustangs at the moment. Topeka will line up to go for 4 for the second time tonight. 1:47 remaining in the third. Portery will line up in the shotgun. Julian Walker is in the backfield. Tropics looking to get a 4-point play there. 0 for 1 tonight. Portery takes a snap. He looks to fire from the 15. He moves to the left. He fires it across his body, and it is nearly intercepted by Sean Harper Jr. with a flag on the field, just as the pass was ruled incomplete. Now we'll see what the call is. It was thrown.
Personal foul.
By referee David
Roughing the
Trimble.
passer. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. Redo the try.
The Tropics will have an opportunity to get a 4-point play now from the 5. A roughing the passer called against Gillette. I'm pretty sure that's the first roughing the passer called by Gillette this season. Tropics with some more light. Not going away lightly, to say the least. Tropics, they are so desperate for a CIF win. They are 0-15 in CIF games as a franchise. And they'll have a 4-point try from the 5 off of the roughing the passer by the Mustangs. Portery will line up in the shotgun. Amonis to his left, 2 down motion receivers to the far side. He looks to throw. He fires towards the back of the end zone, and it is caught. Julian Walker with the catch. A 16-point lead for the Mustangs with 1:05 remaining in the third. (48-32) is the score right now with Portery. He had all kinds of time and he fired it. Flicked it into the back of the end zone. Julian Walker making the catch. As the PA announcer wants to know what the score should be. It was a 4-point completion for Topeka. It's 48-32 at the moment, with 1:05 remaining in the third.
By rule, there was a foul They started on the 10-yard line and moved to the 5. That extra point is worth 4 points due to the penalty.
As the officials are making the clarification, it was originally a 4-point play with the Tropics having an incompletion, but the Mustangs were called for a roughing the passer, so the Tropics were able to have the 4-point try from the 5 instead of the 10. Mustangs still lead 48-32. Topeka will kick off right to left. Mustangs will receive left to right. As the ball just falls off of the tee, right, Amon comes on to pick it back up with Ryan Martinez kicking it away. That's the way that the Tropics have kicked it off. It's always Amon puts it on the tee and Ryan Martinez kicks it away as he does now. It's a kick that doesn't even get any air. It's picked up by Deontay Jones at the 15. Looking for some room to the far wall. He gets tackled at midfield by Marcus Gray at the 25. Under a minute to play in the third, the Mustangs looking to extend their 48-32 lead over the Topeka Tropics here at Spirit Hall. This will be the home for the Mustangs for the remainder of the 2023 season. They will be home next week in their non-league game against the Fargo Invaders. They have 2 more home games against Rapid City on May 6th, and then they will close out the 2023 regular season against Salina on May 27th. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Jefferson comes back into the game. He's to his right. Pena will look to throw from the 15. He fires it long, and it is incomplete, too high for Michael Cornelius Jr. Was looking to get it around the Tropics 10. Under 20 seconds remaining in the third. Mustangs up by 16. No need to rush anything right now, as it seems the Mustangs will take it into the fourth. Pena trying to find it, and that was a high throw that went a little too far for Michael Cornelius Jr., who was the intended receiver. As the final 15 minutes are on the clock as we head to the fourth quarter of play with the Mustangs up 48-32 over the Topeka Tropics. We'll be back on 101.5 The Drive and the CIF Network. Welcome back to 101.5 The Drive, my friends, in the CIF Network as we head to the fourth quarter of play. Mustangs and Tropics switch. Mustangs will be working right to left, Tropics left to right. Pena will line up in the shotgun on a 2nd and 10 to start the fourth. And he'll look to throw. He fires it over the middle. It is caught by Higgins. Higgins in the Topeka territory at the 20 with the Tropics looking to claw the ball out. It's going to bring up a 3rd down, a gain of 5 for Karant Higgins, who has a touchdown already in this half. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs. Mustangs looking to move the chains, get first downs, and then touchdowns to turn out the lights on this game. Pena lines up in an empty shotgun. He takes a snap. He looks to throw from midfield. He fires it to a man. It's caught by Anderson. Anderson with an offsetting catch. Anderson was running to the near wall on a wheel route almost, and he was able to come up with the high catch. It bobbled, and it's good enough for the first down and moves it to the Tropics 15. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Jefferson is to his right. A down motion receiver each way. Michael Cornelius Jr., the receiver at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a design run to Pena and not be fooled, or the Tropics. Tackle was made by Dana Shoulders Jr., another tackle for loss for Shoulders Jr. He's had a few in this game. It's going to bring up a 2nd and long for the Mustangs as they move it back 2 yards from the original line of scrimmage. 3 officially a 2nd and 13 from the Mustangs 18. Pena will line up in the shotgun, 2 down motion receivers to the far wall. The receiver at the line of scrimmage each way. Pena takes a snap, he looks to throw, and a 2nd and 13, fires it to Michael Cornelius Jr. at the 20. Cornelius Jr. cannot escape off tackle. His ball comes out at the last minute. Michael Cornelius Jr. was down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long for Gillette.
Ruling on the field was the runner's progress. That was down by forward progress was stopped. 3rd down.
And the officials making the ruling to the crowd that it was a down play for Michael Cornelius Jr. As yep, he was tackled, and then that's when the ball came out. Michael Cornelius Jr. was clearly down. 3rd and 14 on the way for the Mustangs at the Tropics 19. Balls at the right hash. Pena lines up in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the near wall. He takes a snap. He looks to throw. He rolls to the right. He fires it on the run to a tight window. And it's incomplete. Marcus Gray almost came up with an interception. A 4th and 14 from the Tropics 19 as Pena rolled to the right. He tried to get it to Jefferson, who was open, but then Marcus Gray closed it down. He almost had the interception. Pena only has 1 interception on the year. That was against Rapid City. Josh Hollins had an interception against Omaha last week. But with Reggie Gray going over to the head judge, with Reggie laughing it off, Reggie was running towards the head judge.
Mustangs.
But the Mustangs decided to take a timeout with the head judge Alan Pry. Reggie Gray went running over to him, and then he laughed it off. 11:36 remaining in this game. The Mustangs hold a 48-32 lead. Since we have some time, let's see if there is a score update for the other CAF game that is still being played right now. That's in Salina. As it stands right now, Omaha is leading 33-25. And according to CIF Presto, there is 4:49 remaining in the 4th. With a game that the Mustangs need to watch, and if they want to keep on winning, they need to watch Omaha moving forward. Ball moves to the middle of the hash, and Austin Newfield is going to come on to try the first field goal attempt of the season for the Mustangs. It's going to be around at least a 38-yard field goal. It's down, the kick is on the way, and the kick is no good as it goes into the back of the end zone. It was wide to the right. Greg Thomas was back with the Mustangs looking to try to play the field position game. That is exactly what they did. That's exactly what Omaha tried to do. Since it was no good and it went into the back of the end zone, Tropics will have it. They do push it back, as they are going to push it back. I think everybody thought that how it was in NFL rules, it would have had, the Tropics would have had it where it was kicked, but it will move back to the 5. With the Mustangs trying to play the field position game. With 11:19 remaining, the Mustangs up 48-32, but the Tropics are not done yet. 1 touchdown, they're back in this game. Portery will line up in the shotgun, and he will toss it to Walker. Walker to the near wall, near the 10 with a huge tackle made by Garrett Pendleton, and a flag is down after the play. There's some pushing and shoving, I should say, with Julian Walker.
Dead ball.
Talking it over.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 7 of the defense. 15 yards from the dead ball spot. 1st down.
Mental toughness. That's something that Coach Walker preaches to his players every single day. Garrett Pendleton called for a personal foul. Julian Walker with Pendleton running over to make the tackle. And the ball goes up the midfield. Clock stops with 11:00 run remaining in the 4th. My friends, the Tropics are not out of this ball game yet. Under 11 to play now. Portery lines up in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He looks to throw. He's going to fire it. It's going to be caught by Martinez. Isaiah McFarland comes up to make the tackle. Under 11 to play, as it will move 6 yards to a 2nd and 4. Ball moves to the Mustangs 19. Portery will line up in the shotgun. Down motion receivers, one each way. And he'll take the snap and look to throw from midfield. He pumps, he's going to fire it towards the end zone. It is caught by Martinez. Touchdown, Tropics! Ryan Martinez with another touchdown in this game. And it's a one-possession lead for Gillette. Portery throwing it from midfield, a 25-yard touchdown pass to Ryan Martinez. And the Tropics will line up to go for 3. It would make it a NFL one-possession game. I guess that's what we have to call it now. It would make it a 7-point lead for Gillette if the Tropics can't connect. Portery will line up in the shotgun and he'll look to throw on the 3-point try. Fires it towards the end zone. It is batted away. Sean Harper Jr. with it. Still a one-possession lead for the Mustangs. (48-38) is the score. With a nice breakup
Timeout
by the Mustangs.
Media timeout.
As we get
Media timeout.
Media timeout with the Tropics talking things over with head coach Tyrus Jackson.
I would like to announce tonight's fan of the night. Tonight's fan of the night is up here.
9:30 remaining in the 4th.
Our fan of the night.
Mustangs lead at 48-38. The offense will come out onto the field, but if the Tropics defense holds, they will have it back, only down by 10. It was the same story to end the Mustangs win against Sioux City a few weeks ago. It was the first home game of the season. As the Mustangs will be working right to left on offense, as the Tropics will go left to right. And for anyone listening on our CIF YouTube stream or watching, you see that man in the Nike hat. That is Tropics offensive coordinator O.J. Keith Simpson. He has a really interesting story, having a chance to talk to him pregame. If any of you saw the story about Kurt Warner, American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story, you may recognize O.J. He played Marshall Falk in it. Really interesting story. Talking to him before the game, he said he had a chance to talk to Marshall Falk over the phone preparing for his role. A really terrific movie on an interesting story about one of the more popular figures that played arena football, Kurt Warner. As ball is out, Karan Higgins has it, and it's a huge point for Topeka. Special teams woes continue.
For the Tropics,
a 1-point
at the
rouge
5-yard
for
line.
Topeka.
First down.
Mustangs still lead, but now they're only up by 9. Karan Higgins couldn't get it cleanly towards the end zone as the ball moves to the Mustangs 5, with Higgins getting the hop and the tackle being made by Tyron Lemon in the end zone. Mustangs offense goes back to work, up by 9 with 9 minutes remaining. Clock continues to roll down. The clock does stop with 9:04 remaining. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Jefferson is to his right. 2 down motion receivers in the end zone at the near wall, and Jefferson will get the carry. Jefferson gets to the 10 near the first down marker. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. A 2nd and short on the way for Gillette. With a player losing his shoe, that is Dwayne Autry. Lost his left cleat, and he picked it back up with a good run, a good first down run that gets the Mustangs away from the end zone. Oh, we do have an injury on the field. Isaiah McFarland down at the knees right now. Coach Walker and Cindy Jensen from Gillette Physical Therapy going to check on him, as Coach Walker will help him off the field. But that's it. My apologies. That's Karan Higgins. Now that is Karan Higgins, who is walking off the field right now. One of the top receivers for the Mustangs is going to go to the sideline for now. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Jefferson is to his right. Two down motion receivers to the far wall. And Josh Hollins, the backup quarterback, is in for Gillette. Arthur Anderson is there as well. Michael Cornelius Jr. is at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a toss back to Jefferson. Jefferson has the first down as he gets up to the 15. It is near the marker on the second down run, and they will move the sticks. It's going to be a first down for Gillette with a toss back to Jalen Jefferson. Was an option. Ball moves to the 15. Mustangs still in their territory. Ball at the right hash as the Mustangs look to just get this clock down as much as they can as they lead by 9. Pena lines up in the shotgun. Jefferson is offset to the left as the down motion receivers go in motion. Oh, ball was loose. Josh Hollins picks it up with a flag on the field. And Josh Hollins is tackled at the Mustang 7. It's going to be a loss of around 8 yards. We'll check the flag. Seems it may be against Gillette because you cannot have anybody else in the box during the snap.
Formation, offense, 3 men in the box. That penalty is declined. Second down.
And Topeka will elect to decline the penalty to bring up a second and long for Gillette. Up by 9 with 7:48 remaining. But if Topeka holds and gets the ball back, we'll have a chance to tie and even take the lead. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Higgins is back in the game. He was in down motion, and a pass that is deflected at the line of scrimmage by Shoulders Jr. Shoulders Jr. deflecting the ball at the line of scrimmage. The pass is incomplete. Now it's going to bring up a third and long for Gillette. And they're deep in their own territory. They have it at their own 8. They're going to get to the 25 to convert. 3rd and 16 officially. Pena will line up in the shotgun. 2 down motion receivers each way, 1 each way, and a line of scrimmage receiver each way as well. Pena takes a snap. He looks to throw from the goal line. He fires it to Anderson. Anderson has it at the 15. Oh, ball is out. Ball is out. Waiting the signal. Oh, Topeka is saying that they have it. They can challenge it. Well, Tyrus Jackson elect to challenge the ruling. It goes up to the 15 and will be a 4th and 10 for the Mustangs. Waiting to see if the red flag is
on the
out.
field on the previous play is that the runner was down by contact prior to the ball becoming loose. 4th down.
They're saying he's down by contact. No red flag on the field yet.
Topeka is challenging the ruling
Now
on
it
the
is.
play.
It's at the 20. Tyrus Jackson throwing the challenge flag. And if the call would get reversed, Topeka would have the ball at the Mustangs 15. 6:18 remaining in the 4th. As the officials will go with Tyrus Jackson challenging the ruling that the ball was fumbled by the Mustangs at their own 15 as they got an 8-yard run, as Austin Newfield is back to try a field goal. Is trying to get it out of harm's way, which is deep in Mustangs territory right now. Looking to take the chances with the defense. If this would stand, the Mustangs would kick it away. and Topeka would be down by 9 with 6:18 remaining. But if the call gets reversed, then it would be a lot different. Topeka would have it in Mustangs territory at the Gillette 15. In a crazy game, in the first ever game at Spirit Hall for the Mustangs. All the games were at the Wyoming Center in 2021 and 2022, and the first 2 home games of the year for the Mustangs were right next door. But we had Stephen Titus on the halftime show saying wanted a great atmosphere, and it has been a great atmosphere here in Gillette at Spirit Hall, with the Mustangs moving next door for the remainder of the 2023 season. Seems we may have a final from Omaha. CIF Presto says that Omaha gets the 36-31 win over Salina. If that would be the case, then Omaha
The ruling on the
will
field
remain
has been
undefeated.
reversed. The ball was free and recovered by Topeka at the 14-yard line. First down, Topeka.
Well, how about this, my friends? Topeka will have a chance to tie or take the lead. The Mustangs defense goes back onto the field. The Mustangs will be on defense at their own 14. The ball coming out. And Topeka's
Topeka
offense
has won both of their challenges. They will have 1 challenge remaining.
And we do have a final from Omaha, 36-31. They beat Salina. Omaha remains undefeated. Portery will line up in the shotgun, 2 down motion receivers to the near wall. Portery takes a snap. He looks to throw from the 20. Pemberton looks to chase him down as he fires it. It is caught by Amon. Amon has it around the Mustangs 6. They mark it at the 7, at the right hash. Under 6 to play, and Topeka has the ball inside the 10. Second down on the way for the Tropics. Mustangs have 2 interceptions already in this game, but that was a long time ago. It was in the first half. 5:40 remaining in this game. Topeka with a touchdown and a 3-point conversion would tie the game. Portery lines up in the shotgun. He was looking to take the snap.
Play. Timeout. Topeka.
And Topeka
This will be a
elects
30-second
to use
timeout.
their first timeout of the half. Topeka with 2 remaining, and the Mustangs have 1. What a turn of events. The Mustangs have been ahead ever since the first. The Tropics had a 1-point lead. It was 9-8, and then it's been all Mustangs ever since, as we have the replay with Arthur Anderson fumbling the football. It was picked up by Greg Thomas in the play that could decide this game. 2nd and 2 on the way for Topeka. Topeka checks in as the tight end. He's the left guard. Portery will line up in the shotgun. Amon is to his right. Portery takes a snap. He looks to throw. He evades the rush. He fires it to the right side. It's incomplete. It was intended for Novak. He was on double coverage. Mustangs hold on a 2nd and 2, and now they look to try to hold on a 3rd and 2. Ball is at the Mustang 7 with Garrett Pemberton looking to get the crowd hyped up for Gillette. This home crowd looking to try to help the defense stop a 3rd and 2 with under 5 to play. Portery lines up in the shotgun. He takes the snap. He looks to throw. He fires it to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Ryan Martinez was the intended receiver. Max Novak was near the football as well in the middle of the end zone. 4th and 2 on the way. And this could be potentially the final chance for Topeka to try to stay alive in this game. A 4th and 2. They have options. It's not a 4th and goal. If they would just like to try to get the first down, they need to get to the Mustangs 5, or do they want to go to the end zone? 4th and 2 from the Mustangs 7. Portery lines up in the shotgun, and he takes the snap. Garrett Hamilton saying that there was a jump on a Darius Anderson, who just signed with the team. He signed with the team 2 days ago. Here's the call. Offsides against Gillette. That's going to give a free first down to Topeka. Ball moves to the right hash at the Mustangs 3. What a quarter and a half for Topeka. Not giving up any way in this game. They get a turnover, and now they have a 1st and goal for the Mustangs 3. Portery lines up in the shotgun. The down motion receivers go. Amon's going to get the handoff, and he's going to be stuffed in the face by Devontae Wright. Ball moves back to outside the 5. Amon tried to go up to the near side, and Devontae Wright comes up to make the tackle. It will stay at the 4. 2nd and goal on the way for Topeka, who are working left to right with now under 3:40 remaining. Portery lines up in the shotgun. A down motion receiver each way. Portery lines up in the shotgun. He takes a snap. He fires towards the back of the end zone. It is incomplete. Max Novak nearly had it. Sean Herbert Jr. with the breakup. With this Topeka team that never gives up in any way, they could have had their first CIF win ever back on March 25th against Salina, and if you watch that game, it's on the CIF YouTube archives. Sean Thomas, who was inactive tonight, had a Hail Mary catch that tied the game with Topeka and Salina that sent it to overtime. A 3rd and goal on the way. It is Portery. He tosses it away to Walker, and Walker is stuffed at the goal line. Walker stuffed at the 2. They do move it at the 1 with Portery just tossing it. He was going to be sacked by Garrett Hamilton, and Deontay Jones keeps him out of the end zone. As mentioned, Topeka lost that game to Salina in overtime, 66-65, and a heartbreaking loss. And here we go, a 4th and goal for the Mustangs 1. Portery will line up in the shotgun. There was an eye, and O.J. Simpson takes the timeout. Offensive coordinator for Topeka electing to use his 2nd timeout on this drive.
Mustangs, their 3rd and final of the half.
As the official said, it went to the Mustangs. O.J. Simpson was running in, calling a timeout too, but Cedric Walker called one first, and the Mustangs are out of timeouts with 2:09 remaining. There was an I formation for Topeka. The ball is at the right hash of the 1. There's some fans on the balcony here at Spirit Hall, and boy, do the Mustangs need them now. And Topeka, they need a touchdown and a 3-point conversion to tie the game. And that Rouge point may be coming back to bite the Mustangs. It was originally a 10-point lead for the Mustangs, but on the offensive possession on the fumble, Mustangs could not get out of the end zone on the kickoff, and the 2nd Rouge point was awarded to the Tropics tonight. This crowd looking to get hyped up. 4th and goal from the 1. Portery lines up under center. He's in the eye. He fakes it. He looks to throw towards the end zone. Incomplete! They tried to get it to Tapia, the guard. 2:04 remaining. The Mustangs take over. This game is not over yet. The Mustangs will have to start this drive inside the 5. They have it at their own 1. Tropics lining up in the I, thinking that they were going to throw it.
The ball will be placed at the 5-yard line. First down.
As it was a little too far with Topeka. He wanted a pass interference, I believe, on Tony Peters, who was on coverage. Tropics not out of it yet, however. They have 2 timeouts, and there still is the 1-minute warning, which will stop the clock. Mustangs need a first down. The game will essentially be over if they get one. Pena lines up right at the goal line. And he will fake it. Pena is stuffed at the 1. They faked it to Jefferson. Clock continues to wind down. Topeka. The clock stops at 1:44. And Tyrus Jackson wanted a timeout. He's talking to the referee right now. And they move it. 2 timeouts still for Topeka with 1:40 remaining. And Pena lines up in the end zone. The ball's at the Mustangs 1. He takes a snap. He wants to throw it. He fires. He's sacked. The ball is out. And it's picked up by Topeka. Touchdown, Tropics. Pena was sacked. He lost the ball. And Topeka, they're a 3-point conversion away from tying the game. Unreal. Topeka brought a blitz. Marcus Gray came unblocked. And Mike Pena, he lost the ball. And Topeka, they want the lead. They're going to go for 4. If Topeka gets the 4-point conversion, they'll have the lead. Wright, Devontae Wright, and Caleb Lowry, and Garrett Hamilton are at the line. A 4-point conversion for Topeka to take the lead. Portery will line up in the shotgun. 2 down motion, receivers in motion. Portery takes a snap, he looks to throw, he fires it. It is incomplete. Nobody was around. Mustangs brought a blitz. And the Mustangs maintain a 3-point lead with 1:03 remaining. This game is not over yet, my friends. There is still the 60-second warning, and Topeka does have 2 timeouts. The officials are talking some things over. No flags were on the field. With Topeka so close to taking the lead, but nobody was around the ball. It was thrown to the near corner of the end zone. And it will stand with everything, a 48-45 lead for Gillette. We're looking at now that's the fumble replay on the YouTube stream right now with Pena losing the ball. Topeka getting it for a touchdown, but the offense comes back on the field and they fail on the 4-point conversion. You know, my friends, this is how the new rules were going to play out, with teams not only having the choice to try to tie the game on a point after, but to take the lead. Tropics have 2 timeouts, and there still is the 60-second warning, but the warning is going to be in play on the kickoff return. Mustangs kicking, well, they will receive, I should say, right to left. It is Topeka kicking. They'll kick left to right. Ryan Amon will put it on the tee, and Ryan Martinez will await the kick it away. With whistles everywhere. And we'll see what Topeka decides to do. Will they try to go for onside, or will they kick it deep? They have 2 timeouts. And Martinez will try the onside kick. It's picked up by Ralph Turner. He is tackled at the 15. It went right to Ralph Turner. Tropics tried the onside to get it back.
This will be the 1 minute timeout. 1 minute timeout. Set the game clock to 1 minute.
We'll
have a timeout.
The 1 minute timeout is on the field. Topeka with 2 timeouts. Mustangs have it in Tropics territory since Topeka tried the onside kick. It went right to Ralph Turner, number 44. He was tackled as well. Turner couldn't fall on it right away. It bounced into his chest, and then he was tackled. The Tropics coming back on to the field. Mike Pena will go over to Reggie Gray to get the play call in a crazy second half at Spirit Hall. The Mustangs had a 20-point
Will the clock operator
lead.
please set the game clock to 58 seconds. 58, it'll start on the snap.
58 seconds, the ball will start on the snap. The Mustangs had a 20-point lead at one point in this quarter. That was wiped away. In the half, at least. But the Mustangs offense stalling in the final quarter. 2 timeouts. 58 seconds remaining. Mustangs have it at the Tropics. 13, balls at the right hash. Pena, 2 down motion receivers in motion. And Jefferson will get the call. Jefferson at the 10. Little short of the first down, which is the 5. And Topeka electing to call the first timeout.
Tropics, their second charge to the half.
See if some extra time will be taken off the clock. Will be put back onto the clock, I should say. Boy, my friends, it's been a crazy game here. Definitely the craziest game of the year for the Mustangs. They haven't been this close in a game this late since the Sioux City game. Sioux City, they were down by 10, and they got the ball back. And if they would have had a touchdown and a 4-point conversion, they would have taken the lead, but the Mustangs defense was able to hold. Mustangs looking to go to 5-1. Second down. Tropics only have 1 more timeout remaining. Pena, he lines up in an empty shotgun. Down motion receivers. They go in motion, and Jefferson will get the carry from down motion, and Jefferson, he's going to be short of the first down again. Tackled at the near wall by Marcus Gray at around the 7.
Timeout, Topeka.
It's
Their
Topeka.
third and final.
Will elect to use their final timeout. Third and short on the way. It's going to be around a 3rd and 2. As the screen says, it's a 1st and down right now, and that's why you see it on your screen on the YouTube stream. But that is not the case. It is 3rd down right now, a 3rd and short for the Mustangs offense. Topeka using their final timeout. And if the Mustangs can convert, it will end the game. Topeka down by 3 in a sideline and a team that did not give up in any way in this game. Third and 4 officially. Pena will line up in the shotgun. Down motion receivers go. Pena takes a snap. Jefferson will get the carry. Jefferson trying to inch his way towards the 5. It is very close. Clock continues the roll anyway. Under 30 remaining. There's nothing Topeka can do. They can't stop the clock. And the play clock is holding still at 40 seconds. And Jefferson didn't get there. It's a 4th down, but it's not going to matter because Topeka cannot stop the clock. Mustangs survive. They win it 48-45 over Topeka. And the Mustangs go to 5-1, and Topeka still winless. On the year in CIF play, they fall to 0-6. That one timeout that Topeka used turns out to cost them. Topeka had a 4th and 2. If they would have had that timeout, they could have stopped the clock. And they would have had a chance at potentially another Hail Mary, but Topeka's chances fall short. Tropics fall to 0-6 in CIF play, and the Mustangs go to 5-1 in a off week in CIF play. The Mustangs will play next week. We'll have a chance to talk about all of that on the Mustangs postgame show. Coming up, final score from Spirit Hall, Mustangs 48 and Topeka 45. We'll have a lot to talk about on the Mustangs postgame show when we come back on the CIF Network and 101.5 The Drive.
Please wait till we give you permission to re-enter the field.